got to be a minimum $100 super chat. Just saying. All right. Beauty filter goes on for $100. Alan Tanasi for 20 says, just save 60 bucks at the local retro game store. So here's 20. The only people more annoying than the anti-Israel people are the anti-Israel people. That's well played right there. That's well played. All right. Thank you so much, Alan Tanasi. Eheb says, did you see the Cubans captured and destroyed the commie headquarters? I did see that. And listen, man, what President Trump is doing right now is truly incredible. And again, we're going to talk about this here in just a minute. I am Brockatron says, I don't get why people say so much for cheap gas when the reason it's high now is due to action instead of incompetence and malicious policy. It's short term versus 4 years of these prices. People be derp. People are stupid. Okay. Listen, I'm exhausted today. If my eyes look bloodshot, I wasn't smoking pot. I've been driving and then in the sun all day long. But today it was interesting because there is a particular exit on I-10 that I hate. And if you're from this area, you're going to know. It's the Crestview exit on I-10. It is such a clusterfuck on this exit. It's a very good exit because there is so much there. You've got Chick-fil-A, Whataburger, McDonald's, several gas stations, like everything you would need on a road trip to stop. It's a perfect stop for that. Walmart's there, but it is a cluster fuck. Okay. And I hate stopping on that one. And so, anyway, I was very low on gas and I was like, I got to stop at this stupid stop. Ended up wasting 40 something minutes on this stupid stop because I can't make U-turns in my truck because of how big my tires are. And so I can't make a U-turn. So I keep having to, like, it was a cluster. Anyway, long story short, I finally got to the gas station. It was like $5.50 for premium. And I was like, I refuse to pay $5.50 for fucking premium when I know right down the street it's like $4 something. So I decided to get back in my truck, got back on the interstate. I'm gonna be honest, I was scared to death, man. I almost ran out of gas. And of course, the rule is, again, these are the rules. I don't make them up. The rule is, if you run out of gas on the interstate, you could get raped. I was scared. I did not want to be raped. It was a very big concern of mine because, contrary to popular belief, it's never a hot chick when this happens to you. Okay. And so I didn't want to run out of gas, not because I couldn't handle running out of gas. Didn't want to be raped. It's not really in my plan every day. And so every day that I don't get raped, I'm pretty happy with my life. I'm like, hey, it's a good day. So when you have that as your standard for if it was a good day or not, you may have problems. You may have bad things happen. But if you end the day by going, I didn't get, you know what it, I can't keep saying it or I'm going to get the channel in trouble. You end up going, not a bad day, you know? Like, yeah, you know, this happened, that happened. This bill is due. I got to pay taxes. Gas prices are high. Now, all I can tell you is the checks have stopped from my end. I did not get my $7,000 payment this month. Okay. So I'm starting to wonder, but we have an expert, Alex Jones. Okay. Did the Israeli government assassinate Benjamin Netanyahu with the plan to blame Israel? Now, do you see my internet is, I don't know if it's my internet or if it's Twitter, but Twitter is not working very well for me right now. I don't know why. I can't get Twitter to work. I've been refreshing everything, so I don't even know what the hell Alex Jones is trying to say here. So there's a lot of rumors around this. I don't believe it, by the way. Okay. This is like, it's not okay. So it's not working for you either. So is it just, so it's not just me? Is Twitter down for everybody? Binary Recoil on Rumble says I lagged too in Tennessee. Okay. call it X and maybe it'll work better. That is true. Twitter is wonky, yes. Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, so anyway, this has been going around for several days. There was a video of Netflix Yahoo the other day, and people were saying he had 6 fingers. I typically don't pay attention to a lot of this stuff because this is generally this is coming from the same group of people that start all of this nonsensical discussion surrounding Israel. So I don't necessarily believe it.
It's already
However,
10
I don't know when the last time
o'clock.
we did see him publicly. And this is the thing about Netanyahu. He loves the camera. Okay. He loves to be in front of the camera. He loves to do interviews. He loves to let you know what's going on. He loves to prance around out there and gloat and all this shit. So I don't know what exactly to believe necessarily on this story, but considering the source, usually not good. Yeah, so I just can't get it to play. So we're gonna click off of that one for now because I don't know if it's my Twitter. I have no idea. But every time I refresh, it's done. But yeah, like right here, the office of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has dismissed social media claims on Saturday that suggested he had been assassinated in Iranian response to U.S. and Israeli attacks or airstrikes. Correspondent with that to ask the office if they had a statement on increasing claims on social media that Netflix Yahoo has been, you know whated. These are fake news. Prime Minister is fine, the office replied. Oh, well, that sums it up right there. Now, again, I don't believe there's anything wrong with him. I don't think that anything has happened, but I mean, of course, consider the source. That's all I could say in that situation right there. Consider the source. And the source is usually, um, you know, Candace Owens, Ian Carroll, the rest of that crowd. And this is the point that I wanted to make about all of this stuff. Right now, we have to understand something. President Trump is literally changing the world right before our very eyes. He's changing the world. And I am now very confident in saying that all of the negativity, and again, I'm not saying every single bit of it, okay, but I'm saying that the majority of this negativity that we are hearing online is because people are being funded and paid. Every time I make a comment about President Trump on Twitter, some foreign account is in there to tell me how terrible President Trump is. It's always a foreign account every fucking time. Foreign account after foreign account after foreign account is telling me how terrible President Trump is and how horrible the United States is and how terrible all this stuff is. And I saw someone today that was talking, not to me, they were talking to somebody else. They're like, I voted for Trump 3 times and I'm done. And you click on his account and he's from fucking Nigeria or some shit like that. Like, it's everywhere. There is a powerful, powerful, powerful movement to try and discredit President Trump. And this is only common sense. I'm not here breaking any news to anybody. It really comes down to this. Let's think about this in simplistic terms, okay? Have you ever seen a big ant bed in your yard? And have you ever ran over that ant bed with a lawnmower? Has that ever happened to anybody? Okay, let's just make this as simple as possible. Okay, what happens when you run over that ant bed with a lawnmower? Chaos, absolute chaos and panic, going insane. It's insanity. Okay, in its most simplistic terms, you are destroying their home that they built. When you do that, you're creating chaos. When something is being attacked, regardless as to why it's being attacked,
I don't know if this was in the
they go
show,
insane and they start
but
lashing
I've been
out.
reading some more of the book.
President Trump is literally
Was it in the show
repositioning the entire
that
world stage
you
right
remember when
before.
Danny um was like almost poisoned with the wine? Um, was it because of that in the show that, or like what was it even mentioned? Because in the book, because she almost got poisoned and it turned out to be one of like Robert's like spies or whatever, King Robert, that Khal Drogo like he was just like, okay, now before I didn't want to go to the Seven Kingdoms, I wanted to go to the east, but now I'm gonna invade because they tried to kill my wife or whatever. Was that even in the show? Okay, I just can't remember. Uh,
Our very eyes with Venezuela, with Iran, with Cuba, Greenland. He is repositioning the entire world landscape. You don't do that without pissing off a lot of fucking powerful and evil people. You don't just do that and these powerful people just go like, no big deal. You know, we'll just let this guy reposition everything. No, there are powerful entities that are working very hard to discredit President Trump, trying to demoralize people that support him, trying to basically infiltrate MAGA from
holy
within
fuck.
because it's the only play they have. They've tried to arrest him, they've tried to kill him, they've tried to label him Hitler, they've tried to label him an insurrectionist, they've tried to label his supporters, all of these things. Every single fucking thing that they have done to stop President Trump for the past 10 years, nothing has worked. Literally nothing has worked. Now they got to start getting smart. They've got to start trying to infiltrate from within. All right. And that is what's going on. And I look, I'm not going to pretend that I understand the dynamics of it in terms of where exactly this funding is coming from. But it's clear to me that the people that are creating the most noise are absolutely being funded and motivated by powers that are not of this country. And that is just blatantly obvious. And all it takes is common sense to look at this. That's all it takes. And this Iran situation has been a very good example of that because, you know, it's they need all or nothing. So essentially, what they do is that they label something to you now, which is what they've always done, but it's becoming so aggressive and it's so obvious that this is not organic, that this is something that is being funded and orchestrated because I've seen social media trends happening. I've seen things, whatever it is, whether it's politics, entertainment, sports, whatever. I've seen all of these things happen naturally and organically. The things that are happening right now are not happening naturally and organically. They clearly are not. You don't just show up to a No Kings protest that was set up a day before and all of you have professionally made signs. You don't have that. That doesn't happen. It just doesn't. All of these people that are telling you that they're being silenced while getting millions and millions of views, how are they getting millions of views? Who are these fucking people? You know an easy way to get millions of views online? Pay for it. Ask Ben Shapiro. It's very, if you have the money, if you have serious money to pump into your, whether it's Twitter or YouTube, and I'm not talking about buying views like that. I'm talking about buying advertising for the views. You can pump millions of dollars into videos and Twitter accounts and Facebook accounts, and you can blow them up like crazy. I have never, ever spent one dime to promote any of my YouTube channels. I've never done it. Maybe that's why they're all dead now. I don't know. But I've never done it, and never will, because I don't think that it's beneficial. But what it does do is it creates an illusion. It creates an illusion of that you have support. So it's okay. So it's real simple. You could tell when real people support something. Okay, like for instance, it's really easy to manipulate the algorithm, especially with keywords, SEO, and funding. It's really easy to do that. It's not easy to get real people to consistently show up in your streams and give you real money. That's not easy. Now, you can fake that for a little while, but there are people right now, like, look at somebody like Matt Morse TV. Real people support that guy. Real people are watching him. Real people. It's easy to see. It's very easy to understand. He's smart. He's articulate. He knows what he's talking about. He's engaged. And real people are in there supporting his streams. You start. Asmongold's another one. Real people are watching his streams. They just are. Do you think real people are watching Hassan? Like, seriously, come on. I mean, do you really think that? Do you think real people are watching Pokimane? Really? Come on. I mean, they're just not. So it is what it is, man. Right now, pay attention to how you're trying to be manipulated right now by clearly paid accounts that their sole focus is to demoralize you and to try to shame you, to try to tell you you're wrong. You're not allowed to have the opinions that you have because they're not approved opinions. And it is happening on a level that is hard to understand right now. But it is out there, and it is big time, big time going on. Okay, here's Alex Jones finally playing. Let's hear this video really quickly.
Is Benjamin Netanyahu dead?
Did he say Yetin? Benjamin Yetin? Just call him Netflix Yahoo. Alex, just say Netflix Yahoo, brother.
Is Benjamin Netanyahu dead?
Did say Yetin. Benjamin Netanyahu. Alex.
Is Benjamin Netanyahu dead? In the last 48 hours, I have been flooded with text messages, phone calls from people in the military, from people in the White House, Joe Rogan earlier, just about 30 minutes ago, saying, what do I think? So I'm going to tell you what I think right now. The Fortress of Zion is a giant underground base right there in Tel Aviv.
That sounds fucking awesome. Why have I not been allowed to go there? The Fortress of Zion?
And it got hit by one of the ballistic missiles last June that literally exploded like 100 feet away from Netanyahu's prime minister's office and destroyed it. Then they sealed the whole area. Google imaging won't show it. And we know that at least 5 ballistic missiles have come into that area and have appeared to hit the ground. But Israel has been basically blacking that out. And other Arab countries have been arresting journalists, people that even show missile strikes in their countries. So it's very hard to get the facts in. What we do know is that...
Dude, Netanyahu right now should 100% lean into this. Okay? He should lean into this. He should just, like, pretend, like, let the rumors continue to build up, okay? And then let the narratives build, and then, like, he shows up. But Netanyahu has to show up in a Tupac bandana in his return, all right? And he needs to drop "Hit 'em Up" the famous Tupac song, and he needs to make Hit 'em Up about the Ayatollah. That's what we need to see.
For 3-4 days or so, Netanyahu hasn't been seen. Then he suddenly puts out a video earlier today that does look AI, that to me looks fake. I'm not saying he's dead, but this is what hit me when I saw this. Do you think Netanyahu's dumb enough to actually be on the surface or even the second or third level of that base that the Iranian missiles can't get in the lower areas of? It's reportedly like 10 levels deep. Do you think he would actually be above ground to be hit? I mean, the Israelis get hit every night in their major cities other than Jerusalem. It's off limits because it's the holy city to Muslims as well. And the Israelis in general aren't seeing big casualties because they sleep in the bunkers now that they have under all the major cities. But it was Netanyahu and the Likudniks that killed Yitzhak Rabin. And that's how Netanyahu stayed in power pretty much for continually for 25 years. He's been kicked out a few times and always gets back in. It'd be the perfect cover story to have the Israeli opposition that's backed by the Rothschilds kill Netanyahu and then blame it on the Iranians. We have one of the leading rabbis come out a few weeks ago and say, we need to blow up the Dome of the Rock Mosque to build our...
This is so stupid, man. I mean, look, the dude could be, but I highly doubt, highly doubt that he is. But this is the online world that we're dealing with, bro. It is fucking wild right now.
Third temple that's built on top of the second temple that Titus destroyed in 70 AD, the Roman general, under orders from Pompeo. Not Pompeo of today, Pompeo of then, 2,000 years ago. And they are going to rebuild that. So he said we should blow it up and say an Iranian missile did it. So that's just an example of some of the thinking that goes on in false flag land. That's pure speculation. It's not a conspiracy theory. We don't know the facts. Netanyahu will probably pop up and probably alive. But it's completely reasonable in this fog of war to ask that question. Also, I don't like the mullahs. And also knew this war would expand and be a quagmire, which have proven to be right. Now they're getting the 82nd Airborne, the Marines ready to invade the Strait of Hormuz to keep it open. I mean, this is out of control. I wish 2 weeks ago when it started, though, that it was going to start.
Well, we know that the Ayatollah, at least as of yesterday, the new Ayatollah, we know that he is alive.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
So he's still alive, okay?
They would have fallen, but I predicted they wouldn't. So, in this larger fiasco, Iran is the underdog. And everybody just can't help it.
What are you talking about?
Kind of wish this wasn't happening and kind of feel for the Iranians, even though their leadership is bad. Is watching the little guy get pounded and bullied on. Nobody likes it at an instinctive level. So people want to believe some of the Netanyahu who got hit, because watching the Iranians sit there and only take it just doesn't seem fair. I don't want Netanyahu to be dead because it'll turn him into a martyr. That is the worst possible thing that I want. I want to stop these wars. I want to stop what's happening in Gaza. And I want Israel to stop manipulating our foreign policy, which now they're out in the open doing, and it's just out of control. I love the head of the ADL yesterday, like, Jews aren't involved and Israel's not involved in this war. It's anti-Semitic to say it. Come on, Israel. You're the main lobby pushing it. There's some other lobbies want it as well. Military industrial complex, and people want to block the Chinese IMEC corridor and belt.
So this is what a lot of people were running with yesterday, is this shit right here, okay? Netanyahu ended in Iran strikes. AI six-figured video of BB Sparks, you know what, rumors, okay? Listen to the fucking music. Listen to the music. Dun, dun, dun. Like, all I'll say, I have never had a good opinion of Netanyahu based on everything I've seen from the guy. I have never had a good opinion of him, okay? I want to be very clear about that. You guys have heard me say he comes off as a mall kiosk guy of world leaders. I don't like how he comes to the United States and gets American podcasters and media figures to do his dirty. I don't like what I see from the guy. Okay. Never have. Now, with that said, the more that people try to make me hate him, even though I already don't like him, the more it kind of wants me to say, maybe I do like the guy. Because Jesus, like these people are obsessed with like saying, you have to hate this guy. You know, like, I really don't like him. Yeah, but you need to hate him. You're like, well, I mean, I just said I don't like the guy. Yeah, but do you understand how evil he is and how horrible he is? I'm like, dude, chill the fuck out. Like, I don't like the guy. But then, like, these people, their entire existence is based around you have to think he is the devil on earth. And I'm like, I mean, I don't really care, to be honest with you. And so the more that happens, the more I'm going like, what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? Jeremy Knee-Jerk Contrarian, Psychology of a 14-Year-Old. Have you ever watched my show, sir? Have you ever watched my show? Is this the first time you've tuned into CobraCast 199? My entire show is built off a fucking meme. I talk about memes more than I talk about the news. The fuck are you talking about? Is this supposed to be an insult? This is a compliment. I mean, what should we play right now? Just to show how stupid this show is.
We're gonna get you, assholes. Just know that.
Put all the engines on it, dog.
Fuck them! Fuck them! Sick of their shit. I don't fucking care anymore.
Play Mario Kart every
How many
week
engines in
with
total?
my adult friends. We're losers. Anyway, carrying on.
Damn.
Let's continue on the Netflix Yahoo conspiracy theory here.
Tension and confusion are spreading online after a new...
I didn't know this was AI bullshit voices, but whatever. So this is a video that was online, apparently, and he had 6 fingers, and this is where all of the theory started to come from.
A wave of rumors about Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu began circulating across social media. Several viral posts claim the Israeli leader has died during the ongoing war involving Israel, the United States, and Iran.
So, by the way, Gold Standard commented on my video. I'm legitimately shocked because Gold Standard is a fan. Gold Standard, if you've ever kind of seen, have you ever seen The Prestige? You know, Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman. And it's about like basically, hell, I don't want to give you spoilers, but within the story, it's like there's this one magician that is truly dedicated to his craft so much that even in his real life, you know, it's that older man that Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman are talking about. He's so dedicated to his craft that he's willing to live his life as the gimmick. Gold Standard has done that in my chat. He has hated on me for so long, and he stayed true to the character to the point where I believed he hated me, and he revealed himself yesterday as a fan. And I'm like, dude, you had me. Good job. And so shout out to him. I just wanted to mention that really quickly. Now, in terms of the comment here, yes. I love how we have an AI, audio AI debunking photo AI or video AI.
Others suggest that a recent video of Netanyahu addressing the nation was generated using artificial intelligence. But are these claims real or another case of wartime misinformation? Netanyahu death rumors swirl online after viral claims during ongoing Israel-Iran war. The rumors first began spreading when ongoing Israel-Iran war. The rumors first began spreading when social media users shared screenshots that appeared to show a message from
Yeah, this is all really stupid. This is all really, really stupid. That's what this is. So I just wanted everybody to kind of understand where these theories are coming from and what this is based off of. But ultimately, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe he's dead. And I don't believe that they're using AI to offset the situation at all. But I guess we shall see as the world turns. But as it stands, no, I don't believe it. However, welcome to the internet. I'll be your guide because we have a whole new theory that just dropped, ladies and gentlemen. It just dropped. Get ready, boys and girls. Tucker Carlson claims the CIA has read his text messages and is planning a criminal referral to the U.S. Department of Justice under the Foreign Agents Registration Act. In the video, Tucker said he was communicating with Iranians before the war. What is happening right now, dude? We are in La La Land.
So the other day, I found out that the CIA is preparing some kind of criminal referral against me, a crime report, to the Department of Justice on the basis of a supposed crime I committed. What's that crime? Well, talking to people in Iran before the war. They read my texts. So the crime under consideration apparently would be the Foreign Agent Act or something like that, acting as an agent of a foreign power. And I don't expect this to go anywhere. I'm not too worried about an actual criminal case against me for a bunch of reasons. One, I'm not an agent of a foreign power, unlike a lot of people commenting on U.S. politics and global.
So Tucker, if you say that you're not, then we should just take you at face value, right? So when, I don't know, people say they don't work for Israel, should you just believe them, or do you continue to claim that they do?
Global affairs, I have only one loyalty, and that's the United States, and have never acted against it. Its interests are the only interests I care about because I'm from here and I have a lot of kids. So that's not a concern. I've also never taken money from anybody. Don't need it, don't want it, and that's provable. And moreover, it's my job to talk to everybody all the time and try and figure out what's happening around the world. That's literally what I do for a living, and I'm not going to stop doing that, nor should I don't think. I'm also an American. Like,
you and me both. Like that guy, that comedian guy has completely ruined Tucker Carlson for me. He has ruined Tucker for me, man. I can't see Tucker outside of that comedian now.
I can talk to anybody. I have no secrets to divulge. So legally, I think the case is ludicrous, and I doubt it'll even become a case. I'm bringing this up for a couple of reasons, though, and they're pretty obvious. One is that countries tend to become more authoritarian in wartime. It's just the nature of war. People are dying. The stakes are high. People's emotions have risen to a very high point, to a crescendo. And so there's much less tolerance for any kind of dissent in the homeland. The irony, of course, is the United States fights wars on behalf of freedom, but there's always less of it here in our country during war. So that's a widely recognized phenomenon, and it's likely to happen now too. Another point to make that is worth knowing is that the USIC, the intelligence agency, spy on Americans. Now, you probably knew that, and it's been revealed.
My belief is that this is Tucker essentially, again, don't hate the player, hate the game, okay? I believe that Tucker Carlson, because Trump quote unquote kicked him out of MAGA. This is Tucker Carlson just trying to lean into this to get as much support as he possibly can now. That's what
Yo,
he's
dog,
doing.
what would you do if you had
He's just
Lord
leaning into it
Tywin
now
as your
because he's like,
father,
well, if
dog?
Trump has already, kicked me out of MAGA, now let me just lean into this so I can get more support.
It entails him smashing that Lego and telling you to fucking take over the world.
Death for revealing it, but everyone knows. But it's probably a little more widespread than most people understand. And it's outrageous. There's
No,
no
he's just like, I want you
justification
to just
for
take
your
over
government, which
Rexdale,
you
and that's
own,
it,
you're a
dog.
shareholder in it, you pay for it, to be violating your privacy like this.
I want
But
you
it
to take
happens
over the
all the
bowl of
time. And in fact,
Rama.
one of the reasons that CIA or people within CIA, just to be clear, it's a huge, sprawling, disconnected agency. What it does in a specific case doesn't represent what
Yeah,
everybody in the building thinks, but there are
it
some
is,
people who are
dog.
mad at me for my views about Israel.
He's
And
fought
they
in many
have some
battles and
Always
latitude.
won,
bring
And
the
one of the
Israel into it.
reasons they pass on criminal complaints, in effect, to law enforcement is to justify warrants for spying on Americans. So that is an absolutely real thing. But the main reason they do it is to leak the existence of the investigation, such as it is, to the media, and then humiliate and terrify.
Dude, Tucker played a lot of people, including me. I fell for Tucker's bullshit, 100%. And again, let me repeat, I was never a fan of Tucker when I'm not saying I was anti-Tucker. I was never anti-Tucker when he was at Fox News. I just didn't care about Tucker Carlson. I knew Tucker Carlson was the #1 show on Fox News. I knew that a lot of really kind of like right-wing people were a fan of Tucker. Even people that hated Fox News were always fans of Tucker. I'd noticed this a lot. People that hated Fox News always said, I hate Fox News, but I like Tucker. And my reasoning for not really caring about Tucker is the Tucker Carlson that I knew was the Tucker Carlson from Crossfire. If you remember that, I remember that. And that was my memory of Tucker Carlson. And I was kind of shocked that Tucker Carlson, the guy with the bow tie, the guy that got completely destroyed by Jon Stewart, I was shocked that that guy was the #1 guy on Fox News. But hey, he was. Respect, okay? But when he got fired, he essentially leaned into MAGA. Now, just because you lean into MAGA doesn't really mean a whole lot to me, but Trump embraced him. So when Trump embraced him, that's when I was like, hey, man, I got all in the world. I got all the support in the world for Tucker. If Trump's got his back, then all good. Because, again, mistake on my part, because Trump is not the best judge of character within bringing people into his inner circle all the time. He's made some good picks. He's made some terrible fucking picks too. But Tucker played it very well. He played it up very well. And he, regardless of how people are going to view it now, at the height of the Trump 2024 campaign, Tucker Carlson was unfucking touchable because not only did Trump have his back, Elon was signal boosting him. Elon basically took Tucker Carlson and put him on a platform where he was untouchable. Every time Tucker would upload a new video, Elon would retweet him and go, interesting. Wow. Cool. And of course, it's Elon fucking Musk. You know what I mean? So between Trump and Elon, MAGA had embraced Tucker at an insane level. And it feels to me like he's now shifting away from MAGA just the way he embraced MAGA, because he essentially ran his course with Trump. Trump finally got fed up with him. And now it feels like he's moving into a new era of they're going to arrest me now.
The subjects of this op, and that's, of course, happened to me repeatedly, many times, including in famously 2021 when I was still at Fox News and trying to set up an interview with Vladimir Putin. And the NSA, I heard from someone there, had grabbed my text messages with an American citizen and had leaked them to news outlets. Those texts were basically my attempts to set up an interview with the foreign head of state, and they leaked them to the New York Times in order to stop the interview, which they successfully did, by the way. And they admitted that they were spying on me. This is not a fantasy. It actually happened. They did it again 2 years later. My second attempt to get a Putin interview, I managed to get it anyway, and they've done it since. And so when you get a call from a reporter who knows the contents of your text,
20 grams of
it's pretty clear
protein,
something's going on. None of this, in my judgment, as of right now, is a huge threat to me. So I'm not making this video to complain
so
about
much
it or whine or ask you to send me
protein,
money
dog.
because I'm under attack. I'm
that's exactly what you're doing, Tucker. That's exactly Tucker. Hey guys, I don't highlight retards in the chat in order to get money from them. I don't want you to send me money. Shut the fuck up,
Dog,
Tucker. It's
you're
exactly why
done
you're
the
doing this
Tupperware
shit.
saying
containers,
it because
dog.
it's true,
My
and
channel is
you
under
should
attack.
know
Tucker
what your own
Carlson.
government is doing, and you should know what the stakes are.
Fucking
And you should
retard
know
can't
that
find a piece,
a
dude.
lot
Nice.
of what happens in this country that affects outcomes happens
Build is gonna take
behind the
10 fucking
scenes.
years at this
Some of it is
pace.
legal, some of it is not, including what I'm describing
Christ.
now. But it has an effect. And the intel agencies, again, not everyone in the intel agencies, because there are decent, hardworking Americans who work in the intel agencies are Americans, just like there are decent, hardworking Americans who work at the DMV. But there are also people with agendas and grudges and no sense of restraint who are happy to misuse the power they have granted them by our elaborate secrecy laws to hurt fellow Americans for ideological reasons. That is entirely real. That's the story of Russiagate. And it's likely that things like that will begin to happen at greater scale now. So you should just know that going forward.
And go ahead and give me money because I'm going to need it. That's Tucker Carlson's message. Because Israel is attacking me and Benjamin Netanyahu is after me. And that's essentially the narrative that he's going to spin because that's what he does. We got Andrew for $100. Says nations deploy fabricated narratives as intelligence gathering tools. Question: how far and how long can such disinformation spread before public or platform detection? Valuable data on patterns and reactions is collected in the process, akin to probing outer defenses. Yeah, and I mean, that's one thing. Like, the line is like, okay, there are people that I think straight up should be banned based on their actions. Like Ian Carroll does nothing but fucking
Secondhand
lie
smoke
all
today,
day
dog.
long on Twitter. That's all this motherfucker does. This motherfucker doesn't say anything that is true, and he is clearly being funded by someone or something.
Oh shit.
That dude
I'm sorry,
does nothing
dog.
but fucking lie about every single thing going on.
Must
so
be
the
amazing.
question becomes like, what does it take to get banned on a free speech platform?
I think your
That's
dad is trying to make you
tough
stronger,
question.
dog.
Because Candace is
That's
another one.
all.
Candace is clearly lying about everything. Now, I know people say Candace is crazy. I don't think Candace is crazy. I think Candace is evil. And there is a clear difference. I don't think she's nuts. I don't think she's crazy. I think she's evil as fuck. And she has no soul. She has no soul. This is an evil woman, man. The thing she is doing right now, like, what is the thing that we say to people that have passed? What is the one thing that generally every human being should have?
Ching ching chong.
In
Ching
peace.
ching chong.
This is a
Chong
unifying
ching
thing for
chong.
everyone, is that
Ching
you
ching
let someone rest
chong.
in peace. Candace
Ching
Owens
ching
has
ching chong.
single-handedly
Ching 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 chong.
used Charlie Kirk's death to
Chong
torment his
ching
family
chong.
and his friends and his company
Ching.
and his entire legacy. That's what she's done, dude. Like, that's evil. Like, there's no other way to spin that. It's pure evil. It really is, man. Like, we're beyond a woman scorned at this point. Like, she's just evil. Do you ban her because she's evil? And I don't really know the answer to that question. I don't know. But it is an interesting question when you have clearly, like, because it's a slippery slope, because if you ban her because she's evil, well, then there is the line, and the line will always start creeping back towards you and me at some point, because once they determine someone is evil based on actions, well, then you're going to be evil sooner or later. Your opinions are going to be evil sooner or later. So it's just like, I feel like the best policy is to just continue to let these horrible people spew these horrible things and let the market determine the market. I mean, I obviously think that that's a slippery slope, but it's the best option on the table, all things considered. Sad but true.
Nobody
Let people talk,
knows
let them show
my
you who they are, and let
pain.
the market determine the market. I'm all about the free market of and the free internet. Let the internet take care of itself. You know, like if you go back to the old days of YouTube, I think that, you know, what's interesting is YouTube used to have better moderation than it does now. And what I mean by that is that the community used to moderate itself on YouTube. Back in the wild, wild west days of early YouTube, if somebody needed to be checked, other YouTubers would check them and they would handle them and they would expose them and they would destroy them. That was a much better system than YouTube's AI going, you said a bad word, we have to take you off the platform. That's terrible platform. That's a terrible situation. Let it self-sustain itself, you know? And I just think that's a better method moving forward. So as much as I think Candace and Ian
You ever
Carroll
wonder
and all the
why
other clowns out there are
the
really
Bible
bad
had people living
and they
till
are
like
putting
700
a
years old?
horrible narrative out there, and then people that are like super
But I
autistic and
just, I'm
super online
curious.
all the
Like, I
time
don't know
pick up
why,
on this
but
stuff and then they believe it because
hmm.
they're good at presenting these ideas with careful manipulation and careful
You think there's
editing
like
and
a
all of
particular
that.
reason
And
that
they
they
have done enough market
always do
research.
that in the
It's kind
Bible
of
or
like
whatever?
Mr.
Have,
Beast, how Mr. Beast has
or
done so
just
much
live
market
unnatural long?
research in order to figure out how to manipulate younger people's minds in order to keep them watching. That's what Candace and the people that are funding her and the people, the Ian Carrolls and all these other clowns, there are people that have basically done market research on here's how we manipulate people. These are the talking
Oh,
points that
fuck,
we
I
have to
left the
hit.
lights
This is
on
the
down
editing we
here.
have to hit. This is the narrative that we have to stick to. And if we stick within these parameters, these people will eat this shit up. It's the same thing. Um, so yeah. But anyway, this boomer watches
Fuck.
Fox News and says, do your own research. I don't really watch Fox News except for when I'm on stream. But yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, I mean, I use Fox News to get my points across, but I don't watch Fox News to watch it at all. But I use it to get my point across because they don't claim you and they don't hit you on your YouTube channel. So maybe I'm just smarter than you and I do make more money than you. So there you have it. But anyway, we'll see what happens, but let the internet be free and fair. All right. Yeah, let's watch MSNBC instead. Let's do that. Whiskey Niner says it's impossible. The person Tucker was texting with a leaked his text to reporter. Wait, it's possible the person Tucker was texting with leaked his text to the reporter. I think that he said that the person he was texting with was the reporter, or at least maybe that was another point he was making. I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. I feel like he's making a lot of this shit up anyway. Black Guard for 20 says Donald Trump may have had a privileged life and upbringing because of his father's money to start off, but because he's a great man on his own, he's been able to enact his will on the world. Not many could do the same, in my opinion. I 100% agree. I don't even think anyone could do the same. I truly think, because like I said, I like people that are
People call
trailblazers
Varys
and they
lowered
open up a new
Varys, right?
path. So like, whatever it is, I've mentioned this in a previous stream, whatever it is, whether it's the
So he doesn't
president,
have
whether
like
it's a
like
pope,
lands
whether
or
it's an
anything like that.
ayatollah, whether it's a CEO of a company, whether it's a governor, a mayor, whatever it is, there's always going to be a person in that position. That's just how life works. So like I see every time there's a new pope and people fucking celebrate, and I'm like, if it wasn't him, it would be another guy. Like there's always going to be a fucking pope. What makes this guy different as the pope is the question that I like to ask. Him being the Pope means nothing to me. You being president means nothing to me. You being CEO means nothing to me. What are you going to do in that position? We've always had a richest person in the world. How many of them have done what Elon Musk has done? That's the true question. Being the richest person in the world, somebody's going to be the richest person in the world. Always going to be a richest person in the world. Doesn't matter. There's always going to be somebody who has the label of richest person. What did you do in that position? Elon Musk has changed everything with the money and the resources he has.
No,
He's
when
done
they
things
cast
nobody else can do. I
Varys,
even
were
tweeted about this
they
the other
were they
day.
saying to us we got to find
Um,
somebody who looks like
right
they don't have
here,
balls?
one of my more recent
Or-
tweets. If Twitter is just dog shit right now, but it was playing off of
or like, how does that
Asmongold's
work?
comment. But Elon buying Twitter is the single most important cultural political moment in the last decade. He broke the system completely. He really did. And honestly, there's an argument that this is the most important thing in the past 50 years. I mean, I just put the last decade because I think it's a nice, kind of, round
Did
way
you
of
read any
looking at
more today?
everything we've been through because so much has changed in the last decade. But in all reality, you could look back several decades that this is the single most
Damn,
important
dog.
moment. Now, in isolation, it's huge, but there's obviously a lot of these other factors that have to go into play because Elon buying Twitter in isolation is huge, but without Donald Trump, it doesn't really go anywhere. And that's the difference. So let's look at this. Let's say Elon Musk buys Twitter, and let's say that Donald
Did you go
Trump
to Swish
gets
LA?
thrown in prison. Now, that was never going to happen, and we all know that. But for a hypothetical story, let's say Trump gets locked up and Ron DeSantis becomes the nominee for the Republican
Food.
Party in 2024. Well, we all know what's going to
You got
happen.
Dr.
Democrats
Pepper?
are going to win. Democrats are going to cheat. They're going to keep Joe Biden in. Then they're going to have Joe Biden step down. And then Kamala Harris
Yeah,
is going to
man.
become the first black.
Oh.
Black, Indian, retarded president in history, and the Democratic Party is going to continue to push identity politics, and Barack Hussein Obama is going to continue to pull the strings from behind the scenes. That was the future. So even with Elon buying Twitter, without Trump, it really didn't matter. But Elon buying Twitter allowed for everyone to report on the truth about Donald Trump. And without that, I'm not sure Trump wins either. So again, it's kind of a combo deal, but without this moment right here, and it has grown and spread, because if you look at how we share news and how we discuss news and how we talk about things, Twitter is the town square. It absolutely is. It's the town square of the internet. It's the only thing that matters. I know Facebook is bigger
Your monster's
for,
fucking retarded.
old people and all of that and families, and I get that. But if you're talking about where do you get the news, the information, where do you find out
What?
what's going on in the world day to day, it's Twitter. It is the town square of the internet. It really is. So, so to your point with Trump, people that want to dismiss Trump for his accomplishments and everything that he's done, they all say, like, well, his dad had money. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, how many people in history have had dads with money? They didn't go on to be Donald fucking
Do
Trump.
what you will.
Like, in all reality,
Do what you will.
if you look at the statistics, if you look at the data, most people that grow up with very, very wealthy parents usually turn out to be shitty because they grow up
Oh,
spoiled, rotten,
fuck.
privileged, and they want for nothing. So they don't have a drive. They don't have initiative.
Have you ever
and they
eaten
are
just
very
plain white rice
comfortable
before?
being who they already are. They don't have any initiative to be something more. So
Just plain white rice.
in all
have
reality,
you ever
all of these
eaten it
people that
just by
claim that
itself?
Trump is only
Like a
successful
meal?
because his dad had money, you're actually proving that Donald Trump worked against all the statistics that go against people like that. And on top of that, not only did Trump come away with he had a successful dad. His dad gave him a small loan. He turned that small loan into billions of
Dog,
dollars.
you
But
have
here's the interesting part.
carbonara, dog.
Donald Trump had kids, and
Nah,
all of
it's
his kids
99%
turned out to be
carbs, dog.
very
It's in the
good.
name.
This is so rare.
Carbonara.
Do you understand how rare it is to be the most famous human being in the world, and your kids become famous and none of them are fucked up? Now, again, we're not saying Trump is the ultimate family man.
Videos.
We know he's not. We know that. But his kids all turned out to be pretty damn good. So it is what it is. Better than Hunter Biden, even. Yes, Toddy.
know what you're
Even better
talking
than Hunter
about.
Biden, if you can believe it. So yeah, there's not a lot that they can pin on Trump. They can say that this, that, or the other, but when people that are willing to look at the
I take
situation
it that's
for
what your
it
dad is watching.
you know, it's really easy to see that he's a generally good person.
You should ask him like why he likes them.
And
I'm
yes,
curious
his
as to
kids
why
and
he
grandkids
likes them.
love him. They do. Lapco says YouTube's not slow, but a lot of the creators are. Is that a personal attack? Is that a personal attack? Trump is your president, says proof that I am straight tax. Thank you for the 10. Trabuco says
You
lots of
don't
noise, lots of nonsense. Trump is getting ahead of the
deserve
inevitable
answers,
China
man.
confrontation. Iran with powerful military means and nukes would be an absolute nightmare. God bless the USA. That's what he's doing, man. And a lot of people just can't seem to understand
when
what
you gonna
he's
bake
doing.
the
He
cheesecake,
is
dog?
repositioning everything. Look what's going on in Cuba right now. He's changing everything, man. After the Venezuela situation, Cuba's now talking to the
hungry for
United States. I don't know if Cuba's going to become a territory. I'm really not sure what the plan is there, but that regime is
Cheesecake,
going to be
dog.
toppled soon. Obviously, with their connection to Venezuela, they looked at it, they said, oh, shit. Now you got Iran and their connection to China and their connection to Venezuela. Trump is breaking the system right before our eyes. It's incredible. It really is. And again, I will say, Do I love that we are in a military conflict right now? Do I love that our soldiers
Like
are,
spiciness.
in
To
harm's
better
way? Do
digest.
I love that we are, getting reports that soldiers are injured and some have lost their lives? God rest their soul. And thank you to them for their service, for giving the ultimate sacrifice. But no, I don't love
Nice,
that.
man.
But I mean, in order to
Nice.
reposition
Nice.
the world
Fucking
map
retard, man.
and weaken our true enemy, because
So I
really
asked,
what this is all about,
do you think
Venezuela,
the hotter
Cuba,
food
Iran,
is
what is this all about?
temperature? I
These
mean, not
retards can say it's about
spiciness.
Israel, it's
Do you
about
think it's
China, you stupid
more easily
fucks.
digestible
It's
or
about
digest better?
China. It has nothing to do with Israel. So that makes me wonder, who's paying these people to make everyone believe that it's about Israel?
Why?
Who's paying these people?
Why?
Oh my God. And Trump has been talking about China
Nigga.
forever. He's been China. Been talking about him forever. Andrew says right now, most of the online negativity is coming from Canada. Wonder if there's a correlation to when Canadian province of Ontario funded an ad campaign against Trump.
No.
Boom. And Canada's very worried right now. I think Trump has his eye on Canada. I do not truly believe he wants Canada as a 51st state. I don't. I think he dangles the 51st state as a negotiation. I do think he wants it as a territory. I believe Trump wants Canada as a territory, and he's using the 51st state as a negotiation tactic.
How was
I am
the shit
100% in
today,
support
dog?
of Canada being a territory. I am not in favor
Blow
of
out
being
the
a 51st state.
bags.
I'm not. Not
Need
in favor of
three
that at all.
bags instead of 2 today, dog.
Let's see. Mar Millen says, I can't unhear that comedian you played of Tucker recently. That is his exact cadence. Holy hell. It's really good, man. And that's the thing, that's like, just because a comedian made fun of someone doesn't inherently mean anything bad. Look, who gets made fun of more than anybody? Trump.
It's a
Like,
spicy
Trump gets made fun of
meatball.
more than anybody. And there are some really good Trump impersonations. And the better a Trump impersonation is, the better it is for people that are fans of Trump, because it doesn't take away from the authenticity of Trump. Whereas
Guy
that
likes
comedian,
carbonara, dudes. Like,
for whatever reason,
God help
his
him, dude.
spot on Tucker Carlson impersonation, to me, has completely warped my view of Tucker Carlson.
I guess you like when people hork
it.
spit into your food.
Saturn Dreaming of Mercury says, geez, Tucker,
Disgusting,
the CIA wouldn't do
fucking
that. The FBI
filthy
would,
degenerate.
on a domestic target, if there were to leverage.
Yo, when did I ever say I eat mayonnaise?
But it would be from the NSA. Thank
Nice.
you, Saturn Dreaming of Mercury.
Nice.
Pre-dawn corpse with a 99 cent. I just want a pre-dawn corpse to,
Fucking guy says I eat mayonnaise.
dude, like,
fucking amazing.
I saw
dude.
something earlier. This will make pre-dawn corpse laugh if I can find it. Like, it was, oh my God, it was the funniest shit, dude. It was, I know Warski retweeted it, but,
Holy fuck.
let me find it. So, again, I am not going to get into the weeds on this shit, okay, at all. But Ethan Ralph got, like, arrested or something like that. Ethan Ralph got arrested, and Casino was reacting to it. And it was the funniest shit, dude. Because of PPP right here. I got to be careful because Ralph drops the hard R, all right? But let me see if I understand it correctly, Ralph was there to meet up with this girl, and he ended up getting arrested, and then he got out of jail, and then him and the girl are fighting right now on camera, and she's like, let's go screw, and then she says, but we'll see if he can get it up. And he called her the N-word. We're going to roll with it, okay? Because it's so funny to listen to PPP's response right here.
That's what she says.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he can get it up.
Nigger, are you He can't get it up. He's soft.
I told you.
His dick doesn't work.
Soft.
Oh!
Soft dick blowjob.
Impotency alert! Impotency alert! Impotency alert!
You see PPP right here. Look at him. He's like, oh, look at him.
Oh! He can't get it up! He's soft!
I told you.
His dick doesn't work!
The soft dick blowjob.
Impotency alert! Impotency alert!
I fucking love these guys, man. Listen, I'm not going to pretend to have a lot of knowledge on Ethan Ralph and all that. I don't know that world that well, but I love watching Kino Casino. They are the best stream right now, and especially like their one-liners and all of that. It is peak internet. Peak internet. Whoa, buddy. So good, man. Brighton Matt becomes a new member. Thank you. Appreciate it. Red Cap says, sorry if I missed it, but what day is the panel at MegaCon and the meetup? Roll Tide, Saturday. I got the information right here. Oh, by the way, because we were talking about casino, I got to show this really quick, okay? My boys at Kino Casino, all right? I want you guys to know something, okay? The casino guys. Just so you guys are aware, okay? Because I know, my channel's dead. We only finished #2 in the United States of America the other day. So, yeah, just a dead channel over here, a little old Cobra Cast 199, just #2 in the USA. So yeah, dead channel, man. I don't know how we're going to survive. I really don't. I'm not sure how it's going to. Yeah, so yeah, tough for us. And of course, we got the big meetup this weekend, and we'll have maybe 1,000 people show up to this fucking meetup. Crazy. But my channel is under attacks. My channel is under attacks.
Yeah, dude, I hear that
thank you
voice all the
guys.
fucking time
So,
now.
Mellow Yellow says fart noise. Mod Eric says you sound and look terrible. So like normal always. Thank you, Eric. ACC says FBI, CIA, USB, HDMI, Mossad, SEAL Team 6 scanning in, sir. This might be my favorite super chat that you have ever sent me. FBI, CIA, USB, HDMI, Mossad, SEAL Team 6 scanning in, sir. Hell yeah. That's pretty awesome. Joe Bit says fart noise tax. Bubba Doom says, how is Mama Cobra? I-10 sucks. She's doing a lot better. Her physical therapy has been very good. I got to give a lot of you credit when I talked about my mom having surgery, having full knee replacement. A lot of you said, oh, shit, that's a long road, man. That's a long road. I did not understand how much knee replacement rehab was. It is fucking tough, man. It's been a long road for her, but she is definitely getting better. Once she fully recovers from this one, she's got to have the other one done. So it's going to be a long road for her. A long road. She's had some really tough days, but all good. Philip Butler says Cuba was as popular as Las Vegas until 1957. Lapco says literally coasted to the pump twice in the 90s while driving 60s muscle cars. Highlight of my life. Mitri Von Think says a lot of lags on Twitter pre-Elon. Yeah, I know what you mean. Eric says, why are you running over your aunt's bed? ACC says, I voted for Trump 9 times. I'm done. Enjoy my 20. Thank you. Phil says, are you the ant hill for the quartering? Dark Red Knight says, Iranian State TV was playing Hassan's stream today. Clown tech. No way. For real? Can anybody confirm that? That would be amazing. So look, I got to show you this right here. This is what I'm talking about, okay? Did he delete it? Maybe Ian Carroll. A lot of you are saying yes. Yeah, it looks like it got deleted. I've got to look this up now. Hang on, because it looks like he deleted the tweet. So there's this crazy thing going on. Kind of what I said about Netanyahu is like I already wasn't a fan, but the more you guys try to convince me I'm supposed to hate him, I start to go like, what the hell's going on? And by the way, that's not a contrarian take. That is a person that has a level of common sense to know when you are being manipulated. That's what that is. And so there is this situation going on with someone else that I said I don't say I dislike this person, but I certainly I haven't been the biggest fan. That's Erica Kirk. You know, Erica Kirk is somebody that I have said I'm not really sure how I feel about Erica Kirk. I do know that she's been through hell, and I think that's terrible. But I'm not really sure where I stand on that. However, these people like Candace Owens and others, they are essentially telling you that, hey, Erica Kirk is public enemy number one, and we need to destroy her. And the more I see this anti-Erica Kirk narrative, the more I have to go, what the hell is going on? Why is there such a focus on this poor woman who lost her husband in the most tragic way possible? Why do they hate her so much? And there was this recording that was getting traction on Twitter. And I'm trying to find it right now. Twitter's running very slow, very, very slow. So right here. Okay, so Dom Luker called this out. This is actually disgusting, Ian. You push that fake audio to millions and you claim Candace Owens verified it's not real, but you want to verify it now? You people act like you're broke and struggling, and if you are, we're willing to help, but this isn't the way, bro. I got respect for what you used to do. You have let clout manipulate you, and you have what you have just done is disgusting. And this is the tweet right here. Ian Carroll has deleted his original tweet over this. Woke up to the world ending over this tweet, so here's some clarification. Read it. Did not say it was Erica or confirmed anything. I actually explicitly said that would be hard to believe. You tweeted it because you want to signal boost it. So here's his original tweet that he deleted. This is an audio recording that is not Erica Kirk, but signal boosting this and putting it out there as, holy shit, this sure sounds like Erica scheduling girls for Epstein. And it's an FBI wiretap. So that should mean they knew. This is fucking crazy, man. Like, we are at a level of insanity that is hard to understand. Like, again, this is absolute evil shit going on, man. Like, this poor woman does not deserve this stuff. It is crazy. Now, here is the recording that went viral and everybody was freaking out over it. And here it is right here. I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear it, but here we go.
She knows that your mom really takes herself. Second phone call attempt at 4:26 p.m.
And they put a picture of Charlie Kirk in the background. They put a picture of Charlie Kirk in the background. That is meant to emotionally manipulate you. This is fucking crazy, man.
Hello? Hey, what's up? I talked to Jeffrey, and I'm going to his house tomorrow morning, and I'm taking my son. He's gonna set something up for you now. Well, like, what do you think?
So there's no reason to listen to the rest of this nonsense. I just kind of wanted to let everybody know what we're dealing with here. Now, this account who's putting Charlie Kirk's picture as his profile picture, First, he says, smoking gun, leaked DOJ wiretap, audio captures Erica Kirk scheduling underage girls for Epstein. I have sent this bombshell file, blah, blah, blah. Now, after he's been destroyed, he's like, correction. I would like to issue a correction regarding my previous post. No, fuck you, dude. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. So, of course, his correction has 163,000 impressions. The original post has, where's it at? 10 million impressions. Like, this is crazy, man. Like, so, and of course, look, tag real Candace O and retweet. This needs to be front page news everywhere. Like, at some point in time, man, like, the evil going on has to be addressed. And this is pure evil. Pure evil. Period, man. Disgusting shit. And it did get community noted. This is not Erica Kirk recruiting a young girl. It's a controlled taped phone call circa 2005 from Haley Robson, a known Epstein recruiter from Palm Beach PD. The child on the line, known as SG, was attempting to get Robson to incriminate herself. Just crazy, man. So I'm seeing all of this stuff happening. And again, going back to Ian Carroll's now deleted tweet, by the way. I hope everybody has got this thing screenshotted. Never forget what this clown did and what he put out there, because it is unbelievable. And also, when I was doing the research on this, there was actually another tweet that I saw from him that somebody had screenshot, just to kind of show you like how these people are. 1 year ago, still zero evidence. Breaking! The RFK Jr. blackmail story is breaking from multiple angles right now. It's bad. Even worse than I say in this video. Blackmail by certain people at the highest levels of American politics. Literally nothing that's come from this. Nothing. He's the worst, dude. He's him and this whole crew. They're awful. Terrible people. Brockatron says, it's cool to see the same Cuban regime we fought against in Black Ops 1 finally coming down. I still daydream about playing on Havana. Old school BO1 is the best. Robot Boop says, Fortress of Zion tax. Sounds awesome, doesn't it? Sign me up for that. Let's go, man. Timmy says, consistent viewer tax. Thank you. Ministry of Wrong Things says, Netanyahu should walk out wearing a cardboard mask. Darth Manic says, I had an ant bed. She was mowed down by John Deere. R.I.P. Alaska Max says, you like Beardo. You have bad taste in people. Lol. Don't put the LOL behind the joke. It cancels out the fucking joke. What the fuck is wrong with you? When you put the LOL after it, you cancel out your own joke. The hell's wrong with you? Don't do that. Let the joke speak for itself. Come on, man. Bright Matt says AI voice tax. Beardo always catching strays. H Dizzle Network says psychology of a 14-year-old tax. Fentanyl Floyd says buying a house in Qatar is definitely America first. Mod Eric says, Jeremy, show your darn hands. How many fingers? None. Ehab says, as much of a
Like, what do you mean, like kind of like
cross-legged? They were
cross-legged?
number 8 in money to U.S. politicians in 2025, according to Open Secrets. China and the Saudis were 1 and 2. Tired Retro Gamer says, comedian Alex DeWitt here on YouTube has a much better impression of Tucker Carlson. Really? I'll have to check that out. The Based Wizard says, remember Tucker was a piece of crap on Fox and he supported the Iraq War. Enough said. Beastie Man says, just like how I hate CNN but love Scott Jennings. MAGA Mike says, if and when gas goes back down below $3 in a few weeks, do y'all think anybody will still pretend to care about
Use
Iran?
the roller some more.
Not at all. Jeremy trying to end already? No, not even close. It's a Saturday night. Let's go. Steve says, never ban them. I thank them for showing their idiocy and support of Satan. May they get 70 Virginians instead of virgins. Phil says, we know what coffee the Tuckering orders from the
Times Square holds a quids rally, proclaims this.
We all know too well the queer community as well as
quartering. 8 o'clock says, I remember my first Cobra Cast was the Elon and Don Lemon stream. Man, that's awesome. Magnum North says, Trump is destroying China before they can destroy us. Correct. Lapco says, of course, that was a personal attack, but in my defense, I didn't think you'd be sharp enough to catch it. I wasn't. Somebody tipped me off. The Bella Stella says, dead channel tax. By the way, we got to talk about this, and I know I'll catch up on the rest. So my problem is that Twitter is so dog shit right now, so I'm trying to pull up my bookmarks right now. It's still running very slow for me, but check this out right here, okay? This is good stuff right here. President Trump is not messing around, okay? Gotta find it. Because he is basically saying that Iran has been destroyed. They have nothing left. They got nothing. Now it's time for them to accept their fate. And if they do, he'll let them off the hook. But I just don't know what the status is exactly. But right here, breaking, President Trump announces on Truth Social that the United States has beaten and completely decimated Iran. He is now calling for coordination with countries that rely on oil flowing through the Strait of Hormuz to take care of securing the passage. Trump says, and of course you see right here, so this is it right here. Hang on.
UK do adding he hopes China, France, Japan, South Korea, and the UK do the same.
You see who's got in there? You see specifically who he's naming in there. Yes. He is basically boxing China in, and it's fucking awesome, okay? It's fucking awesome.
France, Japan, South Korea, and the UK do the same. And just moments ago, he also just posted saying that the U.S. will coordinate with all those countries to make sure everything goes quickly and smoothly, emphasizing that this should be a team effort. Adding he hopes China, France, Japan.
This dude is on another level. He is on another level. Hang on. I got hang on. Live. Somebody calling me. And right now, man, like this is what I'm talking about. Like there are people that simply just are too they're too weak to understand the level that Trump is playing on right now. He is operating on a level that nobody else could be operating on in his position. This is why there's always going to be a president. There's always going to be somebody in charge, but there is not going to be somebody like President Trump. There will never be another president like Donald Trump. There will never be somebody who can operate on the level he's operating and doing the things that he's willing to do and the moves he's making and all of the things that are in play. And we have to give a major, major shout out to his team, because while there's some people we don't like, Pete Hegseth, J.D. Vance, and Marco Rubio are the wall. And not to mention Bassett, you've got so many people that are doing a good job of holding down the fort and doing their job. It's simply do your fucking job. And they are crushing it right now. And they are like, he would not be able to pull this off if he didn't have such a good fucking team. Tom Homan is another one. Tom Homan has been incredible. So, man,
What if he just has a weird cough,
right
dog?
now because dude is crushing it, and they can't really wrap their heads around it. The haters can't. The Panicans can't. What is Alex Jones doing, man? Alex, what are you doing? Trump is launching World War IV, says Alex Jones. What?
14 days ago, President Trump and Israel launched attacks on Iran. And I said then, Iran will close the Strait of Hormuz.
No, I didn't mean to click off that. God, Twitter is dog shit right now, man. There.
"14 days ago, President Trump and Israel launched attacks on Iran.
I hope he's
And
drunk.
I said then, Iran will close the Strait of Hormuz, 27% of the world's energy. And then when Trump tries to stop them, they will just double down. I predicted the regime would not fall. That was the assessments of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to Trump. But Israel drug us into it. Now Trump is deploying a Marine Expeditionary Force, amphibious ships, 5,000 Marines, the 82nd Airborne, you name it, already being deployed, as I said a week ago, to retake or take the Iranian side of the Strait of Hormuz. People said, oh, you're conspiracy theorists. No, now it's official as of Friday, yesterday. And so now Trump has called on the nations of the earth, the EU, the UK, China, India, to send their navies to the Persian Gulf and to the Strait of Hormuz so that Iran won't attack their ships, using them as human shields, so that Iran will be in checkmate and won't close the Strait of Hormuz, which they've already basically closed. Iran doesn't care. Iran's already being obliterated, but you can't get rid of their ground troops. So you get rid of their offensive military to a great extent. They're still firing missiles at Israel and others, but you can mitigate that, but you can't get them to stop. And it doesn't matter if they sink the Iranian Navy. It doesn't matter if all these other aircraft carriers show up.
He's drunk. He's trolling.
From India and China and everywhere else, which China's allied with them, they're not going to do. Because the Iranians have a giant army that the CIA tried to take down in the 80s using Iraq, and 2 million people died, and the Iranians didn't give up. And the Pentagon told Trump it was a 90% probability that they wouldn't fall for years. So a week ago, Trump's like, fine, we'll fight for 20 years, or we'll obliterate your whole country, on and on. But then he figured out that that's not actually going to happen. So now he's like, okay, you need to give up. He announced today the war is over. Well, no, it's not, because the Iranians didn't give up. So that's where we are. And to all my critics, man, aren't you proven wrong again?
Again, Alex, Trump is not making official announcements. He's playing the game with them. He's like, everything Trump is doing is not to be taken one-to-one. And Alex knows this. I'm not, Alex is like, this dude is so, he is so plugged into everything going on. He knows this shit. But I feel that Alex, right now, if you look at things, Alex used to be the only guy talking about shit. Okay? He was the only guy talking about things. Credit where credit's due. Nobody else was willing to get there and talk about the shit that he's willing to talk about. And to be fair, he educated a lot of people. He created a lot of people that started to look into the things that he was talking about. And now you've created a new generation of people that are getting a lot more attention than Alex these days. And so now Alex is having to change things up to continue to stay ahead of the curve. He knows what he's doing. He's not stupid at all. He knows what he's doing. His clickbait has kind of been out of control lately.
All the pro-war neocons that thought you were going to take over the Trump administration, which you have to a great extent on foreign policy, and Netanyahu and everybody else. Even the Israeli newspapers meant, wow, Iran was hard.
Jeremy sounds like he's in a cult. I am in a cult. Are you confused? Jeremy sounds like he's in a cult. I am in a cult. What are you talking about? I pay my fees to MAGA monthly, and like I get emails from Trump, and like what are you talking about sound like? I am in one. So like if I have led you to believe that I only sound like it, I need to do a better job. So I apologize. The 199 cult. Let's go. Let's go.
Farther to the peak we caught. Well, they just keep having more missiles. So this is total insanity. And it took 90,000 Marines to take Iwo Jima. That's in the island hopping towards Japan in the Pacific War and World War II. 90,000 one island. You think 5,000?
I don't really know where Alex is going with this. Love you, Alex, but I don't know where you're going with this. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So, what is this right here? Hang on. Oh, this just showed up in my feed. Major content creator Ian Carroll, who has millions of followers across social media, is under fire after backpedaling. Oh, so he's backpedaling now. He's backpedaling on the whole thing now.
Woke up this morning to the world burning down over a tweet from last night. Project Constitution posted one of these audio files that was like a PDF in the Epstein files that was actually not a PDF. It was an audio file hidden. He used some pretty concrete language, not gonna lie. He's like, it's Erica for sure. As in like Erica Kirk.
Like, what can I do to make more money?
This is a please don't sue me because I know I fucked up. That is what this video is. This is a please don't sue me because I know I fucked up.
So she said, the more you do, the more you get paid. That quote's gonna be very important. Coming back to that. Candace weighed in today and said the audio going around is not Erica Kirk. It was sent to me many times over the last month, and my team was able to debunk it, which is why we did not include it in our series. Erica's verified connection to Epstein's orbit is via Faith Kate's next model managements and the model apartments on the Upper East Side. We'll also come back to this. And there's all kinds of bots and shills out there that just have all this crazy false outrage. Then there's people that like actually have respectable opinions, like Keith Woods, at least last time I saw his stuff, which is like, I guess fair criticism. Criticism's fine, no problem. And I am taking down the original tweet right now that I've completed my investigation into it. And I have also come to the conclusion that it's debunked. But usually the false outrage is false because it's clearly
These people take themselves way too seriously. I've completed my investigation. Why didn't you do an investigation before you tweeted out and said it was her? That's not how that works. You literally tweeted out, holy shit, this sure sounds like Erica scheduling girls for Epstein. That's what you tweeted out. How you... Anyway.
Weirdly emotional and ignoring what is actually said. I say that it sounds like Erica. I think it does. I think it sounds like her voice. But it's hard to believe, right? It's so on the nose that it's a hard to believe thing. So it's going to be wild to watch the Twitter storm that this is going to cause play out. And we've watched it. It's been funny. But what's actually happened is a large-scale, evidence-based conversation about, is this Erica Kirk or is this not Erica Kirk? And anyone that's watched that conversation on X has seen it get thoroughly debunked piece by piece by piece and shown that it is almost 100% certainly Haley Robson. And I'm about to show you that right now. That's not a
The point of this whole thing is not whether it's true or not. The point of this entire exercise on Twitter is to continue to put Erica Kirk in connection with Epstein. Regardless if this gets debunked or not, that's irrelevant. They're trying to condition you to think Erica Kirk is guilty of something. That's what the point of this is. That's all this is about.
dangerous thing. That's not a problem. It's perfectly fine for people to state their opinions online and then for people to discuss those opinions and to share evidence and to come to conclusions. No one was harmed. Erica's going to be fine. And the shills are going to keep shilling, and that's also fine. For people that say that, like, people like me post this stuff on X to, like, grift and make money, X does not pay you well. X does not, you don't do X for money, bro. Look up this.
Wow. That's just wild, man. It's just straight up, like, it's just awful what they're doing to this woman. Again, her husband was murdered in front of the world, assassinated in front of the world. Her children have no father. And she has the weight of his legacy on her shoulders. And they are spending every day just trying to tie her to something that she has nothing to do with. It's fucking evil, man. It really is. And I say this as a person that's not even a big fan of hers. But this is getting disgusting, right? It really is. Like, it's truly evil behavior, what we're seeing. So, okay, let's see where we're at. Debased Wizard, the war in Iran and the regime change in Venezuela, Cuba is an attack on Russian and Chinese supply lines. It makes them incapable of fighting wars. Yep. Phil says, before I agree with you on Canada, how are the women? I mean, I've heard that there's a lot of good-looking women in Montreal. That's what I've heard. So, and they gave us Brett the Hitman Hart, okay? And Trailer Park Boys, okay? So there you go. Trish Stratus. Is Trish Stratus from Canada? We know Krista's from Canada. Chat's a big fan of Krista. Let's see. Cameron Diaz is Canadian. Okay. X-Ray Girl is Canadian. Let's see here. Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit. Damn. Trump tubers is dead channel tax. The Under Armour Gamer says, yesterday you said you didn't know what sped meant. It's what you are. Well, thank you. Shekel the Wise says, shalom. The Under Armour Gamer says, I went to the doctor to ask him from MRI, and he said, you need this and that first, and it's such bullshit because the medical system is broken. Agreed. Jimbo199 says, hail, Jeremy. I've got a whole lot of yard work to do tomorrow that I don't want to do. Is this 20 enough for you to force Beardo to do it for me? I'm gonna be honest, man. I can't. I maybe for a 50, I consider it. For 100, I'll call him right now and tell him he's got to do it. So, yeah, $100. I'll call Beardo right now and tell him, like, hey, Jimbo199 has a lot of yard work to do tomorrow. You're doing it. So, and he will. I will make him go do it. Let's see. Mr. Blue Chain Lightning for 20 says, none of this has to do with Iran. It has to do with making China submit to the petroleum dollar for the next 100 years. Tired of tards tarding. Be the Americans that fought in World War II, not the Lolbert figs. Thank you for the 20. Drinky Crow for 50 says, if they arrest Tucker, I'm done with MAGA. Aiden Ross bought the Breaking Bad house. He did. He bought it for like $1.3 million. They ain't arresting Tucker. Don't worry. Tucker's just grifting. That's all he's doing. And I respect it. I respect it, okay? Give us the Tucker comedian. You want the Tucker comedian? See if I can find him. Let's see here. The Tucker comedian is on point, man. He really is. Tucker arrest. Yeah, Twitter is running so bad for me. I don't know if it's just me, but it is running terribly right now. I've never seen it run this bad. So, I missed Tucker Carlson tonight. Yeah, it was huge, man. It was the #1 show. All right, here we go right here.
Woke up to a smear campaign. This morning, I woke up to a smear campaign against me, claiming that I was somehow blaming Chabad, which is a Hasidic Jewish organization, for being behind the war in Iran. This couldn't be further from the truth. The smear campaign was obviously orchestrated by Israel. This morning, I woke up to a smear campaign, a bunch of lies that were being told about me that in our last episode, I somehow blamed the state of Israel for accusing me of blaming Chabad for being behind the war in Iran. The smear campaign was obviously orchestrated by Ben Shapiro, and we know that. This morning, I woke up to the notion that I somehow, in my last episode, blamed Ben Shapiro, accusing him of being behind orchestrating and instructing Israel to falsely accuse me of claiming that Chabad was behind the war in Iran. Nothing could be further from the truth. I would never blame Ben Shapiro for anything. I don't even know who Ben Shapiro is. Clearly, there's an effort to make me seem as though I'm a liar, and a manipulator, and someone who distorts the facts and the context of my episodes. It's disgusting, and it's shameful. And it's very obvious to me that the people behind this kind of operation are Mossad, They're BB. They're people like Jeffrey Epstein who are operating posthumously, which I believe is possible. I believe that. I really do. And I've been told from multiple sources, by the way, that Mark Levin is involved as well. Like a lot of sources, like a lot. So at this point, you have Mossad, you have Bibi Netanyahu, who's one of the most bloodthirsty, evil, and dangerous people on the planet. I really believe that. I really do.
I believe
you
that.
have
I really
Jeffrey
do.
Epstein operating from beyond the grave posthumously, and that's possible. I think he might be in Tel Aviv. He might be. All orchestrating a smear campaign against me, instructing Ben Shapiro to instruct the state of Israel to put out the false notion that I somehow accused Chabad of being behind the war in Iran. This morning, I woke up to a smear campaign in which people were falsely accusing me that in my last episode, I was somehow accusing Mossad, Bibi Netanyahu, Jeffrey Epstein, who's dead, by the way, and Mark Levin of orchestrating this false notion that I somehow was accusing Ben Shapiro of orchestrating the Israeli government to peddle this false notion that I somehow was accusing Chabad of being responsible for the war in Iran. Nothing could be further from the truth. I don't even know who those people are. Who are you? I would never blame people. I don't blame anyone. I would never do that. It's against my religion. It's clear to me at this point that this is a spiritual attack, a religious attack from Christian Zionists. This morning, I woke up to this false notion, the smear campaign, implying that somehow in my last episode, I was accusing Christian Zionists of instructing Mossad and Bibi and Jeffrey Epstein and Mark Levin to instruct Ben Shapiro to coordinate with the state of Israel to orchestrate a smear campaign to falsely accuse me of saying that I thought Chabad, the Hasidic Jewish organization, was behind the war in Iran. Nothing could be further from the truth. This didn't happen. If you watch the episode, you can see for yourself. Never said anything like that. I never would say anything like that as a man, as a white person, as a Christian. It's against my religion. I don't even know what Christian Zionist means, like at all. I try to stay grounded based on the evidence. And for those who watch me on a regular basis, you can see that. Everything I say is based in facts. Nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary. My show is grounded in sanity and reason. This morning I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I realized, oh, it's you. You're the smear campaign.
Dude, that look at the end is so Tucker. It really is, man. Dude, all right. Somebody just posted something, and Twitter did this bullshit where it refreshed on me and I lost it. And now I can't find it. And I wanted to play it for all of you. That is such a... I know why they do it. I know they're never going to fix it because the whole point is to make you search the platform and look for things. Oh, here it is right here. I got it. Let me bookmark this shit. Okay. I have not watched this yet, but we did get a proper 199, Mr. Chain Blue Lightning, for a proper 199. Give the boys in the chat Sydney and APL. It's Friday night and they're lonely. Well, it's actually Saturday night, but I think they're going to be happy and they're going to be very, very thankful for your request, sir. And of course, we will 100% add that right now. Boom. A lot of people are very happy. A lot of people are very happy. Okay. About that. I am too. I am too. I can't stop looking at it. I can't stop looking at it. And of course, Anna Paulina Luna, America's ass right there. America's ass. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Yep. It's really good. It's really good. Uh-huh. All right. So there's Sydney Sweeney, and thank you for the proper 199. Eric K says, I could get behind Anna Paulina Luna. Yes. Phil says, this is why I'm not gay. Thank you for the proper 199. Okay, so I just saw this one right here. I hope I can play this because this is awesome. I don't know if this is from Machiavelli Memes. If you guys have not followed Machiavelli Memes, you should. I hope I can play this. because this is fucking cool as shit. Trump of Thrones. Now, if you've ever watched Game of Thrones has, in my opinion, the greatest intro in TV history. It's like you can bitch about the last season, and I don't like the last season. The intro of Game of Thrones is the greatest intro in TV history, and it's really not even debatable. Okay? Here we go of Trump of Thrones. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is already the coolest thing ever. Machiavelli Memes has grand slam right here. This is a grand fucking slam. Oh my gosh, I got to pause it, but I want to listen to it. I miss being excited for Game of Thrones. I miss it. I miss the music. I'm every single weekend you get together and you're like, Game of Thrones is going to be the greatest thing ever. It's like a movie every week. And that intro hit so hard. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. That is from Machiavelli Memes right here. If you are not following, you should be following Machiavelli Memes. Great account from the Dilly Meme team. That is on point right there. That is freaking great. So, and we got Mr. Chain Blue Lightning for another 50 and says, Jared, I'm too drunk to know what day it is. Can we give the boys another APL? You know what? For you, if I can find it, give me a minute. Give me a minute. All right. I think we can do something that'll make everyone happy. Give me a minute here. Since Twitter's running so slow. I see you, Drinky Crow, for a proper 199. Man, I can't find it right now. Hang on. Give me a minute. Yeah, Twitter sucks right now. I thought I had another well, hang on. So let's play this one right now because we have to honor the money. Boom. There we go. It's really nice, dude. It's really a nice ass. It just is. Objectively, a nice ass. Like, there's just no other way to spin that. It's just a nice ass. It really is. So does it mean Jeremy misses weekly episodes? Interesting. Hell no. Binge that shit. Drop it all at once. Do you know why? You know why binge is better than weekly? Do you want to know why? Because binge gives the viewer the option. So if you prefer weekly, if it's dropped all at once, you can still watch it weekly and you can enjoy it however you want. But if they drop it weekly, they're forcing you to have to wait. So you have to wait to binge it. So if you drop it, binge gives the customer the option. If you want to watch it weekly, you can watch it weekly. But that means the people that want to binge can binge it. Options are better. I prefer the customer having more options. or you can have your iPhone and they can keep you in the little box that they want you in. So,
Yeah.
let's see here. Mr. I got that one. So thank you. And don't get too drunk tonight. Be safe, okay? Be safe. You took a huge L on F&T. Yes.
I don't mind it.
I'm sorry that I am too honest to worry about what the popular opinion is. The bottom line is I don't care what people think. And I know it's going to be an unpopular opinion, but the bottom line is the most successful streaming shows in the last decade are binge models. Squid Game season 1,
Yeah, it's
Squid Game
like
season 2, Stranger Things.
kind of like the
These are far more
overarching
popular than
theme, I guess.
anything else. Period. Let's see here. Drinky Crow for a proper 199 says Paul Miller about to KO some Afro down on Aiden Ross fights. Show fights. Can I show those fights? Can I show those fights? I'm not sure I can. I didn't even know that Aiden Ross's fight deal. I know he was doing these fights tonight, so I didn't know. Where is it streaming? I have no idea where this is at. Is it on Kick or whatever? I doubt I can show it on YouTube. I doubt it. Since I couldn't find the video for all of you that I was looking for, I do have this video right here. Since Mr. Blue Lightning here we go.
We have the first ever siren collection for comfy. I'm calling it Do It Makes You Naked. We have 2 different scoop necks. One goes a little higher than the other, so you can choose what kind of support and coverage you wanted. A super comfy tank, thong, my little cheeky. There's also boy shorts as well. These are the boy shorts.
Twitter, work! Twitter! What are you doing? Twitter, why are you doing? Like, you can't.
Boy shorts.
Oh.
These are the boy shorts.
Twitter. What are you doing to us, Twitter? What are you doing to us? Hang on. Trying to fix it. It's been terrible tonight for me. I don't know why. I've never seen Twitter this bad. Let's see if it plays this time.
Naked. We have 2 different scoop necks. One goes a little higher than the other, so you can choose what kind of support and coverage you wanted. A super comfy tank, thong, my little cheeky. There's also boy shorts as well. These are the boy shorts. I'm wearing them right now. I have actually 2 layers of boy shorts.
What is going on with this platform, man? Well, maybe I can download it and put it in my files, but I tried. Maybe Twitter got a little too excited by seeing her. I understand. I do understand. Thank you, Drinky Crow. I appreciate it. Dark Metal Spider says, hey, Jeremy, would you play the comedian Tucker Carlson, the comedian Tucker Carlson airport one too, please? Can somebody link me that one? I don't know where to find it. If it's on Twitter, I'm probably not going to be able to find it because Twitter's terrible right now. But if Eric K can find that one and drop it in my DMs, I'll play it. Let me see. Aaron James says, I am broke and struggling. Will anyone help me? I had to cancel my membership here after 22 months. If you could do individual ones, that would be cool. But the problem is it's random. So if people start dropping gifted memberships, which I'm not against, they can drop the gifties, but it's just random. But if we say Aaron James' name enough times in chat and then the gifted memberships drop, it might work. It might work. Okay. So I don't know. All right. It started to play.
I like to mix them all up.
And it's broken again. Jeez, Twitter. All right. I tried. Never mind. Jeremy needs to download everything and use AI to find it. Dark Red Knight says, check Yeet. Asman also talked about it today. Talked about what specifically? Hang on. Let me find Yeet. If I can pull any fucking thing up on Twitter right now. Phil dropped a gifted membership. Lance Finn dropped 5. Let's see if Aaron got one. Let's see if Aaron got one. That'd be crazy if he got one. He got one. Did you fucking get one? Or you're still green? Wait, well, hang on. So, let's see. I don't know. You're green. I don't know if that means you got one or not. Are we talking about Hassan, or are we talking about, what are we talking about with Asmongold? I'm trying to look and see. That's crazy if he got one. Darth Manic says, I speak cartel. Congrats. Predon Corp says, Jeremy, Keno also covered Ralph
What?
ate at Culver's with his girlfriend after he got out of jail. Okay. I respect Ralph now. I couldn't stop laughing and shouted you out. I said he was eating pork chop sandwich. Suffa X-Wing. He was eating at Culver's. That's fucking fantastic. Blue Oyster Bar Cult Tax, says Richard Simmons for 10. Glass says, give us Tucker Carlson comedian. BMCCB says, who is this J. David clone? Joe C says, I would love to see Tucker Carlson comedian guy and Epic Mike doing the Jesse Ventura interview with one another. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. For sure. Let's see. Ian Brockertron says, the Tucker Carlson impersonator now to me sounds more like Tucker Carlson than Tucker Carlson himself does. What the fuck is happening? Pippi says, the U.S. Embassy raised the American flag for the first time in 7 years in Venezuela. That's awesome. VJ the Vigil says, World War V is a stupid name. The Under Armour Gamer says, in the past year, Alex Jones said that Trump was a PDF file, and then something on his hand means Trump is going to pass in the next few weeks. I have been done. Sadly, it's time to admit that Alex Jones is kind of like, he's kind of lost the plot because he has said these things. It doesn't change the fact that Alex Jones has been more right than wrong, but Alex is kind of like Michael Jordan in the Wizard years. That's kind of where Alex is at right now. He's Michael Jordan with the Wizards. It doesn't change the fact that Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time, but this is the Michael Jordan Wizard years. That's kind of where Alex Jones is, unfortunately. But it doesn't change the greatness of Alex Jones. Let's see. Bright Matt says, that video made me cry of laughter. That laugh. Joe Bitt says, my Cuban father left Cuba in 1980 for a better life. He earned his U.S. citizenship and sends money to his mom since. Trump fixing Cuba is well overdue. Hell yeah. Proud America says, please pray for my is on a Saturday night.
Make its case.
Who? Oh, of which guy? Oh.
Bandit 46.
So Louis.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flame. I'm joined by the one and only, the human turret, one of the best ARs to ever do it. Give it up for the world champ himself, Sam LaRue Octane. We got another multi-champion, world champion, the legend himself, Dylan Attach Price. Of course, we got the multi-FPS champion, a legend to the Call of Duty scene. Give it up for Ian, Enable, Wyatt, and then, of course, we got the executive producer of The Flank,
Damn,
Mr.
dog.
Ben Nassim. Ben, you threw off my whole mojo because you talked during the intro.
When?
Just now, did you guys hear Ben when the intro was happening? Did you hear him go? Absolutely. Did you hear him?
Why don't you
Did
just tell
hear
him, you can't fucking breathe, dog?
Does the heat get into you again?
So why are they all spamming yes then? Guys, what? I don't think I'm schizo.
I just like vocal skimmed for 3 seconds.
Am
during the video.
I
You
being
just said no one
gaslit
that
right now?
tweets you.
Am I being gaslit?
No, I did say something. I did say something.
Mafia
But like,
got you, Tommy.
there's no way you tweet because that is crazy. bro.
Okay, listen. You guys can let me know in the comments down below if you heard that in the YouTube VOD. You let me know if you heard that.
That's crazy.
But guys, what's going on? Ben, how you doing? You doing all right, Ben? You doing all right?
Yeah, I mean, good day of streaming. Some good sports on today. COD games were interesting. We're just trying to get maybe a little bit of clarity on where the bottom of and like who's not going to make this fucking event. But yeah, teams that are still at S&D time are still,
Yeah,
not
people are
great
dogging
this
at
time.
search. People are very, very bad at search. Sam, what about you, Sam? How you doing over there? What's going on?
He's really good at search. I'm good, man. Some good games today.
Hold
Thieves
on,
beat the
Sam,
fuck out of the Stallion.
Did you just say your team is really good at search, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go. We'll talk about it. We'll get there. Go ahead, Sam. What were you saying?
That's it, man. That's all I got for you. Bitch.
Absolutely. It's a bitch.
Damn, dog. It's starting to look like a shit.
Man, Benjay got me addicted to GeoGuessr. I'm actually in a game right now. Don't worry, I'm gonna win soon, but we're gonna be locked today. It was a
I
good
like that
day.
deal.
I loved your guys' watch party. Hit a mean leg day as I was listening to you guys. I felt like it was in the call, so it was great.
Let's go, Dale. It's always a pleasure with Dale and Attaches tuning in. And then, of course, we got the multi-FPS champion. It doesn't matter if it's Halo. It doesn't matter if it's COD. This guy does it all.
You do it all.
Ian, what's going on, Ian? You doing all right?
I'm doing good, Tom. Good day of matches. LAT won. We love that. I'm currently trying to get out of going out with Kat and her work friend so I can stay home and play Deadlock with Sam.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure. If there's any good excuses from the Zumafi in chat, please help me because I'm losing this battle. Losing this battle right now.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure hearing from you, Ian. But we're not going to waste any time. We got 4 matches to go over today. We're going to hop right into it and talk about these matches. Let's take a look at the first series of the day. Oop, that's the wrong scene. Apologize. First series of the day, we got G2 Minnesota going up against the Carolina Royal Ravens. This one, we got Carolina winning 3-0 over G2. We start things off on a score hard point. Carolina win 250 to 234. Then we got an exposure S&D where Carolina wins 6-4. And then we got an exposure overload, which wasn't even close. Carolina put the nail in the coffin 6-2 in that one. We'll scroll down and take a look at the stat sheet for G2. The only guy positive is going to be Estriel with a 1.14, but take a look at the rest of the stats. You got a 0.71 from Kremp. I feel like you don't see that often, especially in Black Ops 7. You got a 0.89 from Mamba.
Guten Tag.
Guys, so both ARs dropping a 0.89 today. On the other side, the only guy negative was Nero with a 0.97, but you had a 1.13 from Craze, a 1.11 from Exceed,
Sig
and a
Heil.
1.27 for the state. Lurks himself. We'll take a look at the match MVP. It's going to be Lurks with a 1.2 in Hardpoint, a 1.0 in Search, and a 1.47 in Overload. It was a great series here from Carolina. We'll start with you, Ian, at the bottom. What did you think of the series, Ian? A lot of people are already saying it in the chat. They're calling them one-liners, Ian. They're calling them one-liners.
Yeah, you know how I feel about the Ravens. I saw Kremp even tweeted after, like, I can't get a kill on shit today or on this shit. I'm assuming he meant the server. But bro, this Minnesota team is just such a confusing team for me because one day they look really good and the next they can't win a map. Now, it was relatively close for the most part. It was a 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, and Crimp had a bad series. But I just, bro, it's so annoying that they even play online still. Like, I don't know why there's not a studio because I don't know if it's pure cope out of Cramp and the other players that have talked about it, or if like there's really some fugazi going on. Like, so I just don't know how much I can take away from this series. We all know it's the onliners. We know what it is. So I got to see them perform on land. Minnesota, dude, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about them. They cost me my picks more than enough.
Maybe some inconsistencies, Ian, going on with G2. Seems like they're kind of up and down.
Yeah, but I just don't understand why. Because it's not like, bro, they look great one day, even against like good teams, and then the next day they could be playing bottom of the barrel, doesn't matter, and they're just lost.
Yeah. Sam, we'll go to you. What'd you think of the series, Sam? G2, they get 3-0'd here by Carolina. There was one flank host who actually said that Carolina was going to win today. It was only one. I can't remember who it was. Who was it? You remember? I don't think it was Ben.
Was it Dylan?
Oh, yeah. Oh, the guy picked the team that's
call that,
known
to be
as the
honest.
onliners.
That's right. It was me. I forgot it was me, Sam. It was me. I went 4 for 4 today. It's interesting. Somebody's costing me. Go ahead, Sam. What'd you think of the series?
What did I think of the series? I think I'm ready for the event. I think I'm ready to stop watching online COD because I have come to the realization that seeds 2 through 12 have zero way of separating themselves on a daily basis. So I am ready to watch the event and see who shows up when it fucking matters, because trying to pick every single one of these series outside of C9 or Optic games are fucking impossible, if I'm being honest with you. I feel like every single time I pick one of these series, it's a complete coin flip. I don't know what I'm about to watch. I don't know who's going to play well. I don't know what maps are going to be played. It just seems like complete randomness to me. And I think that we've seen enough of a sample size now through this round robin stage where I'm just ready to watch the event, to be honest. I mean, G2, they look, it's what Ian said, bro. They 3-0 and then get 3-0 the literal next day. And then Ravens, they look like shit, and now they look good. So I'm just ready for the event.
Yeah. Well, I think we're all ready for the event. We're all ready for some land COD for sure. But Ben, what do you think? You think the servers are playing into it a little bit? Carolina, obviously, they go to Major 1. They don't want to see on land, but they continue success online a little bit. They were really good in stage 1, and then obviously they're 4-4 now. So, you know, some wins, some losses. What do you think, Ben?
I mean, listen, I don't know what to speak about the online portion of this. I will say, like, and I highlighted this morning when I was talking about the series, the veto situation was actually
not that
pretty
time.
nice for Carolina because of some of the weaknesses in Minnesota's pool, and like getting like an exposure overload in here was like a big win, I think, for Carolina. That was a map that they had a winning record on going into this one. They now obviously got a dub on it. Them getting exposure when they were already 2-1 on it. Well, that was a mixed map for Minnesota because like they're not going to let Minnesota play Scar S&D. Obviously, you know, Minnesota were a great S&D team. They've lost a couple recently on that. Like, so I thought Carolina had a chance in the vetoes. But again, I echo the sentiment of this crew. I just don't know how to read fucking Minnesota. Like they can just get 3-0'd by anybody, but apparently whenever they play good teams, they like kind of play up to their competition. Like they're just odd to fucking predict on a fucking daily basis.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan, what do you think it is? Like, why is G2 so up and down? Like, is it just the players on the team? Is it their play style? Is it their decision making? Like, what do you think is leading to the inconsistencies here with G2?
I'm not going to lie, Tom. I don't know just about G2. I think there might be a bigger issue, and I genuinely think it might just be Black Ops 7. I don't know if it's because it's easy to shoot a Drovic. Everyone can shoot it straight. The M15 has an insane fire rate. Somehow the hills and maps are set up. It's super easy to hold, but also can get really mixy. One thing I was thinking about earlier is like, I'm more impressed that Optic is able to like stand out and be far away from like every other team and be so consistent in a game like Black Ops 7, while every other team is just fucking, who knows what's going to happen. Like G2, I roast them one show, I get on the next show, I have to apologize because they look good. And like, I just hate this team. Like I'm close with, you know, Cramp, Looney, like those are my guys, but I just wanted them to make a change because they just pissed me off every other show. Like, I don't know what to expect from them.
Phil's such a big G2 fan, bro. I love the way he talks about him.
Bro, maybe. But like, I'm just fucking so annoyed how they can show up and I'm like in on them. I'm like, yo, G2, they're good. Like they're breaking into the top 4, top 3, maybe. And then they come out and do this shit. For the side of Carolina, I mean, I feel like we haven't really talked or really paid much attention to this team just because they have this online narrative. But I think I'm going to buy this Carolina stock going into Major 2 And I'm putting it all or nothing, all out on the table. If they go out there and do their thing, we're rich. But
What?
Bill's
but
buying
if
Raven
they-
Why are you
stock?
buying
Listen,
Raven
listen,
stock?
listen.
I like
He's
it,
gonna lose the
Dylan.
house.
Lurks
Bill,
on
the
the team.
I'm
CEO's
putting the house
invest-
on.
Selling
I'm
money,
putting
bro.
the
You
house on
can't
him.
buy. You can't
The
buy.
fast way to lose the house right there.
I'm doing it. But
Oh,
if they go to Major 2 and they get slammed, I'm out for the whole year. It's over. It's done. I said this after Major 1. I believe in Lurks. He's been doing my fantasy team
Bill's
right.
gotta be an
I think they can bring it.
Can I
I
ask
think
you
they can bring it.
Can I ask you guys something? I feel
Bill's
like you
insider
guys,
trading.
I feel like you guys are disappointed with G2, but I feel like we've been overvaluing them a little bit throughout the year. I think they,
think so, too.
I think they peaked early. I think they peaked early, and I think this was a concern with this team from the start. And I think from the start we were saying it from the beginning. Like, this team's doing good now. They look really good, but can they do it all year? Like, can they do it consistently? And that was always a concern, at least with me. That was a concern with the players on the team, the way that this team is composed, just their whole dynamic. Like, they're a good team, they're a great team, but when push comes to shove, are they going to be a great team? Like, are they going to be top 3, top 4? Like, I don't know, right? Like, they obviously showed it in stage 1, but I don't know, all the ups and downs and the inconsistencies. Like, I'm worried about them a little bit.
Hold on, can we get back to? I think you're fair with that, Tom. And I was someone on the show that was ready to call G2 the top 14, but they just kind of move with the motion of the ocean. And like, are they going to be, to your point, like a team that peaked early and kind of get top 6, top 8 the rest of the year? Are they going to be a Boston type where they're just a hard out at every event, but online it's again this sort of like ebb and flow thing? But I want to go back to what Dill said. Dill, what is making you buy into Carolina? Like, what specifically about their game
Lurks
makes you think?
Lurks
Like,
and copium,
just
hopium.
lurks.
That's it. Nothing
So you're
else.
just-
Because I
Dill's
don't know
on
how to rate
drugs.
this team.
Science
Online, they look good.
Let's go on
Online, they
science
could
shoes.
go there and get double rounded.
Dill's
they,
on
they
the
really
fence
could.
that Ben J sold him. That's
Well,
what's going on.
Now I gotta go.
Is there a blow rotation
I'm a-
going on this call?
Listen,
That's what I'm hearing, bro.
I don't think Carolina is going to be able to because they don't have like the highest IQ on the team. So I don't think later in the year they're going to be able to develop and improve. I think this is like this should be their champs as major 2. Like this is when they're their best, and everyone they can kind of catch teams lacking because it's a bunch of mid-pack teams right now, and then there's Optic.
Well,
So if they
wait,
don't
do you
run into
think-
Optic, they can make a run.
Do you think that they're or do you think that they're thinking about this major? Like, everyone knows we're onliners. Like, I just wonder if that's gonna fuck with their heads going into the major. Like if
Yeah,
they
maybe.
actually start accepting what the community and what the other pros are saying. Like, I don't know. I don't think that they're horrible, but I just think that they may be a lost cause because they just look night and day online and online.
If they've
I don't know
accepted
why
that, though,
Dylan
they're
is
crazy.
Guys, the
is
problem
buying
with-
their stock.
The problem with this team is that if you look at these stats on this team, they're a very inefficient respawn team. They're near the bottom. In like Holy Hills, they were like that in stage 1, and they're like that again in stage 2. Their S&D is solid. Their overall game's okay, but the problem is that with the record, they're going to probably be in the play-in and probably playing a Jumits or a phase in that first match on fucking Friday. Like I don't have faith in them winning that one. To be honest, I don't know how y'all feel.
What do you think the bubble's going to be for a non-play-in team? Is it 6 or 5?
Probably 5 at this point.
So who do Ravens play?
6
Who
for
do Ravens
sure
play?
is 100.
Yeah,
Who's
6 is
Ravens.
good. Yeah, who's
Ravens
left?
have phase tomorrow, C9 in Miami.
So they'll have 5.
They're good then.
They should be good.
They'll have 5.
I mean, bro, they could go 3-0.
Well,
They may
Gentlemen's
end
could
with
have
7.
5.
They can win
Phase
2
could
of
have
those
5.
online.
Like you see,
I mean, was
that,
it
like,
Thieves, Toronto, and Miami already have 5, right?
yeah, but what I'm saying is there could be like a 3 or 4. The problem is there can be multiple
There's a lot of
5-win
tiebreakers.
teams that are going to be 5 and 6, and then
Yeah,
like
there's a lot
only
of
some of them are in the play-in, some of them are not. 6 for sure. 6 and 5 will get people out of the play-in. 5 might put you in a weird
Whoa.
tiebreaker. So we'll have to see what happens.
That's why I had my opinion at the top of the Ravens part. I'm just ready.
So
for the
do
event,
those
bro. 'Cause,
engines
like,
light up, or
all of the points that you guys just made? You could, if chat and we didn't know what team we were talking about, you could have just described literally every team in the fucking league, like up and down, night and day. Don't know what we're gonna get. Respawn inconsistency, like looking good online, bad wins, good win. That's the whole league.
Yeah, but my counter argument to that, and Dylan, you already alluded to this a little bit. Like, Optic's consistent. They're consistently frying.
That's
and when
because
you,
they're the only team that has a legitimate system that is visible
Exactly.
with a game plan.
Exactly.
And
That's-
everybody else is TikTok word to Pat brain dead.
Right. And that's why I don't think it's the game. I think these teams are just not that good. I think Optic, when you watch Optic's minimap, you can tell they know what they're doing. They're calculated. Everything's calculated. When I watch other teams, like, bro, even like when you watch like a mid-pack play at mid-pack, there's mistakes everywhere. Like, there's just always shit going down. Nobody's coordinated. Everybody's just running around. Like, sometimes they make good plays. Sometimes they set up good breaks, get good holds. In S&D, they have good teamwork, good strats. But then sometimes it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what is happening? Right?
Like, I had like a mini rant almost the other day. Like, it was like last week after my stream ended for the watch party.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, back, not to go fucking back when we were playing.
So,
but I was just thinking,
which
regardless
side
of, like,
is
individual,
tighter?
like gameplay. Like, if I'm getting fried or if I'm
It's
not
your
getting
right
fried
side?
when I was competing, I feel like I was still doing the same stuff. Like, trying to adhere to the system that my team had, right? Like, I was still taking the routes that we talked about. I was still
well,
trying to
like
break
every
and hold hills the way
imbalance
we
you
were talking
have.
about within my teams. But like, when you watch
Listen. Go on, go on. Is it the I feel like it starts with a P. the fuck was that book? I used to have that anatomy book. I don't know where the fuck I fucking placed it. Hmm. You still on your pain medication? You gonna get a refill on them? Hmm.
Watch the CDL now. Like, I'll use G2 as an example just because we're watching them. Like, last week they played a Scar Hardpoint on P2. They were spawning green side and just flooded four, all to their side. The next day they played the exact same situation and they were like double pinching mid. And I'm just like, what is like the disconnect?
Did they forget yesterday?
That's what I'm saying. Like, are they really just like forgetting that we need to play
I
the
will
game the right
run
way,
the
or are they
world
just like
one day,
chancing
my
hitting the
friend.
front with the kill? You know what I mean? Like that's the
no,
the disconnect
100%,
of like when
Mm-hmm.
we were playing versus.
I will get you
now.
some baldy
That's why there's no-
bitches.
that's why there's
I
no
would love to
consistency.
fill in, like be a fill-in coach for every team, just one, like not one day, but a couple days, just to hear how
Oh.
they like talk about
They shall give you the
whatever it
back
is in
massage
practice.
every
not
day.
going right.
Yeah,
We just didn't get our
whatever
kill
their
here, bro.
system
Fuck.
is, like you're saying, Sam, right? Like, oh, on this map, hard point, we want to be
Nice.
rotating here. We want to be taking
Fucking
these routes. I just
psychopath.
want to hear, because I feel like, I mean, obviously, Optic is the best team in the game, and I don't want to say they're the only team.
Yeah, dude,
that
tell
does
your
this, but
dad
I feel
that.
like majority of the teams in the CDL,
I
like,
want to hear
they
his
don't even
take on
really
it,
have a
dog.
good system. At least that's the product they put out.
Tell him you go to a planet,
Because of what you're
genocide
saying,
all the
it
men,
just seems
take
so
the women.
night and day. Like, depending on if they want to take the right
No, I
route
just
or
wanna hear it.
have some sort of, team philosophy or not. And so I don't know. I'm not behind the scenes.
Nice, dude.
I would assume they
He's a
do it, but
fucking
it just
cuck.
looks like they don't.
And
They
he
don't
won't
have any
fucking
structure.
ask his
I
dad,
almost feel
dude.
like teams are trying to convince themselves that you don't need a system. You can just run. Oh, it's just how this game is. This
I
game's
want to
shit.
hear
You're just
from
supposed to
Top
run,
G,
flood,
but
and
this
crit, right?
fucking
Like,
faggot is not gonna ask.
That would be
convincing
insane,
themselves.
though. That would be insane, Tom. Just imagine. That's what I'm saying. Imagine if,
Fucking
if
amazing,
we got to
dude.
be filling coaches hearing that.
Oh, I would lose full.
We used to get in arguments for fucking days.
Yeah.
Like going over one
thing. Yeah.
No, but I think it's the nuance of a couple of things. We've seen 0 changes to the map after stage 1. So we normally in the CDL the last few years have had changes after that first event. We've had 0 this year. We'll probably get some after this map, after this event. So you've now played those maps straight for fucking 5 months. To your point, Nub, like maybe people convince themselves in all these 50-50 situations to just fucking run and gun and get away from the
As long
system.
as you're
'Cause like a
listening
team
to.
like Gentlemates, we saw they had a pretty distinct fucking system. They've seemed to have gotten away from that. Optic's the only one, it seems like, that's still able to execute their level of ball. So we'll see. To your guys' point, like maybe at the event it kind of clicks for one of these teams, or maybe it's going to take
What song was he
Optic
listening
dominating
to?
the fuck out of the rest of the
Well-
stage for people to actually lock in on that.
Well, let's see what happened at the end of this map 1. I mean, G2 had a good rotation here. This was like one of the only close maps of the series.
Ask your dad what he thinks about
You have
Yoko
a perfect
Ono.
setup on a plane hill, and you just allow Carolina to just pretty much just break you through the front.
What did he say? Oh yeah, dude. That bitch is absolutely talentless, dude. Fucking disgusting, man. Have you ever seen that clip of her just like screaming into the mic? Dude. so fucking. Yeah, man. That dude got so pussy whipped. Yeah. Yo, like I don't know what's his main name. What's the main guy's name? I can't. John Lennon. Yeah, dude, that guy. He got. I don't know what the fuck he saw in her, dude. Fucking loser. Nope. It's not gonna come through. The world is strange, man. Oh. Oh, dude, I like how we have a fucking tin of coffee mate that expired in 2018 sitting on the kitchen table. Like, who the fuck? Like, why? I can't wash anything. Ooh. Need some more fucking cottage cheese. Oh, I fucked it. Uh, what? Imagine. Fucking as soon as he says no borders. Hmm. I'm exactly 200 pounds. Hmm. Do you know your weight right now? Or just like roughly? 267, you said? What was your lowest weight? Pretty bad. Pretty darn bad. Ah. I was literally about to ask you, like, why do you think rich artists always do that, man? Talking to me? You talking to me? Just kind of cutting out. Your mic is cutting out. Oh no. Whoa. Man, listen to his music, dog. Why don't you buy him some? What happened?
Okay, I'll be back.
Oh, fuck.
intersecting communities and adjacent communities are under extreme attack in this country from all angles, it seems, from the highest levels of government to society in general, and to even sometimes people that we consider friendly fire, unfortunately.
Can you turn that down?
I mean, one contest here from G2, and they're sending this to a Blue Hill, which they do have spawns for, but Carolina do a really good job just locking this down. Lurks picks up the pinch. Once he wins the fight on the pinch, Craze wins a fight front. They see Exceed challenging out of time. I like that Exceed's challenging with Lurks out of time, just making sure nobody can get in there and contest, because if this does go to a Blue Hill, this is probably going to G2. But what happened with G2 right there? Did they just get shit on? Did you just get fucking on?
They just got bullied.
They just get fucking blown up by nades.
I don't know if it was nades or, I mean, Caesar goes mid. I think maybe, like Caesar, if he would have got a kill there, would have been big, but yeah, they just got bullied.
No, they got nated. Did you see his nade pop?
They got native. Lurks ripped, like, rips the first guy off the plane, kills the second guy. He rips number 3, whoever that is. I think he was
Dad?
stunned. I think number 3 was stunned.
Yeah, it's definitely great plays. He's in the chat right now. He said ripped.
Angry, hungry,
Dad?
and more dangerous than ever.
Can you turn it
He was
down?
coming back to reclaim his throne and to remind the boxing world what fear really meant. And his opponent.
My
He told you. Told you.
There you go.
Yeah, he's so
we're jumping off.
Dude, every muscle in my body apparently wants to fucking kill itself today. Holy fuck.
They're playing for pinch though. It's like, wow, what a shot.
Cause it to feel that way, or is it just it's just acting up again?
Yeah, after Carolina breaks the
Well,
hill,
my
I mean,
left,
do you guys like
my
them
left
reflecting their side? You think
Achilles
somebody
right
should've went
now.
mid on Caesar? I mean, at this point, it's
My
fuck.
right fucking.
Your Achilles, like your ankle area.
Yeah.
That's hurting you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know
How
if
the
they
fuck
had
is that hurting you?
Just because when I stood up and like slowly bent over a bit and put that piece on, and I guess I had to stabilize with
They have to throw their tacks and just go and hope to lift them back.
making sure my ankles didn't bend more forward, and my fucking Achilles just like, yeah, we're done.
That works for ripping us real off plane.
Unreal, dude.
It's good shots coming in from
He
Lurks.
was ranting right there.
Like, there's no way this is normal, or else we wouldn't be a species anymore. We would have died off tens of thousands of years
Why did they
ago.
piss you off, man? What
Nothing
is it about
fucking works
G2's
properly.
overload that pissed you off? All right, look, you're stressing out already. Just hearing it.
It felt like to me, we know that the exposure.
Fuck, you gonna shit in the bag tomorrow, dog.
But I don't know how much times I gotta watch exposure overload, and people are just like getting that fun around. They're just like running through the map, running through P5.
Achilles is gonna snap when you try to squat down,
They're getting
dog.
2 or 3 kills and just not like, counting for the last guy might be pinching. We saw it a bunch in the Optic series, and we saw it again today, of a guy just fucking like stopping a push, which should have been capped by Minnesota on that first side, just running through fucking P2 and shooting the ball guy in the back.
Dan, did you think G2's overload has been shit? I mean, were you getting pissed off in the watch party?
Yeah, because I think G2, but is this the map they it was. Crazy walked out and stopped him when they were the last guy on top. And they did 2 more times on the same side. G2 just never watched the before, like, shortcut to the ball guy, and Raven just walked out every time. Like, yeah.
Their overload's been... Overload's a really big swing though, bro. Like, it's just like, I feel like Team 2 win the... Is there a stat for Team 2 win the overload? Yeah, I mean, I would love to see... Yeah, Optics like undefeated. Right?
Get one of those massage balls and just roll your foot on it.
Now, what is that?
Well, yeah, basically, it's like the subconscious gate things we have, right? Oh, we're gonna retake a site. What are we looking at first?
System's the same.
Yeah, it's just, but it's a more like specific way to
Bro,
say. Like,
both of
in a
these
given
options are
situation,
absolutely
we have
terrible.
We're gonna pick up P4. Last guy's alive. We're gonna make sure we're watching.
Yeah, I mean, that's the system.
And I think to like Nub's point earlier, like a lot of teams are fucking up that protocol where Optic have it pretty far in advance and they know how to do this stuff and do it quick. A lot of teams are really struggling with that basic, and I think it'll come together eventually.
But you know what the most insane part is, bro? And I hate to be that guy. I know,
No,
like,
you
man,
don't.
we play.
Own it.
You know what I mean? But when we all played Tom, Dale, Sam, right? There were teams that were the best in a certain time in a mode, in a map, right? You had to play them, get your ass beat, and then go over Bob, right? And you had to play them and figure out, okay, this is how their protocols, right? Where to bend, how they're breaking, how they're attacking, how they're rotating, et cetera, et cetera. Bro, Optic doesn't respect nobody to lead. They're giving everybody free game.
Yeah.
They're JP streaming with the COD caster. Like, they're clearly the best in the game. They're giving the tape out on currently, right now, real time, the best way to play this game. And obviously, Optic has unbelievable talent. But like, bro, just be a copy, man.
I'm gonna give you guys a
They're telling you, they're giving a blueprint.
Meanwhile, Ian, every other team is saying that they don't want to stream scrims because they're show too much and they don't want to show people their strategies.
Too much, your dog shit. Like, what are we talking about here? They're giving, like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand though. Like, you're not even trying to get better.
I'm gonna give an unfortunate truth now, and Shotgun said this on Simba, I'm not making this up. At the end of the day, you can try to copy what Optic does, but I don't know if anyone can play fast. And that's ultimately a little bit the issue. Like,
yes, but no. Yes, but no.
But they can get like 80% of the way there. But that, you know, guys with timings, that 20% makes a fucking big
Yes,
difference.
but yes, you're right. But look, I've been on teams that have been the best at a certain mode, certain map, multiple times, and then you see other teams literally copy your protocol. You know what I mean? Because you're ahead. Right now, Optic is by far ahead, especially in Overload. They have a deep hard point. I mean, everything there. They're great at it.
From other teams. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. They can't serve. It's not. I promise it's not. The way that they trust each other in that mode to not scam like the weak side of the map whenever Ant is making a play or Tyler's making a play on the offense. There's no way that teams can replicate that shit to a success.
They don't have a Shotzi.
It's not.
Like other people
You gotta be
that
able to get all
like that.
Did Shotzi actually say that? That people can't play as fast as them in that mode?
Well, but he got asked a while back. This is like last year when it's about streaming scrims. Like, he's been saying this for a couple of years, and I for what it's worth, has convo with him like 4 years ago. Like, the way they want to play is like max speed. They have confidence that people can't replicate 100%.
It's literally bordering. It's like bordering like recklessness. That's why that's so good. Like when I played against them in MW2, when they originally picked up Dan, when they made those finals, like I used to scrim them and lose my mind because it literally it was borderline brain dead the way that they were playing, but it was so fast and they were getting every fucking kill, and that's what it looks like right now, and it is so awful. So like I know how the league feels right now, and that's why I think like in hardcore when it work, like you can feel how they're trying to break the goal, but you can't see the timing. And that's why I think Overload, which is all options and all set up, like how does Overload get there?
You want to know why though? I disagree. I mean, I love the aura, just in general, but Overload, we can say Overload, but just real. And I tip the aura from Johnson. Like, he hasn't been the first player that's like publicly said something like that before. Along those lines. You know, shout out to Pat. And I hate. I hope Pat's not watching because he plays Optic. Like, they're ahead, but especially when you watch Overload, you want to know what the biggest difference is between them and any other team? Like you're saying, their speed. It's just their decisiveness as a whole, as a unit, especially Shotzi and him. And you don't have to be like smart to have faster decisiveness. They just have no fear. Shotzi's gonna take that timing.
That's why I'm saying
like he's
like trust me. Like and knows how to do that without his ego.
But I'm saying that's not like some crazy thing to wrap your mind around. But you gotta be able to second guess yourself.
But it's how they are as players, though. Like, it's not.
You're right. No, you're right.
Other
But I
players
think
just can't do that. Like, Ant or Hook and Shotzi have played together for a very long time, and every time they play together, even if MW2, they try to play fast as fuck. And it didn't win them a chip in that game. Black Ops 6 at the beginning, they were really good. When I was scrimming them, I was on protocol, just getting spawn killed. They're in your base, spawn killing over and over. Obviously, they had the 0-18. Then they got Mercury's. They figured it all out. Like, just that sub duo together, and like what Sam said, the borderline recklessness work so
That's,
perfectly because they
Jerry
just trust
Vale.
each other, and their teammates Dashing Merc just know what
Don't
to do
scam.
based off them, and they don't scam. Like, they let them fly, they let them go rogue,
Huh?
as people would say, and it works because no other sub duo right now at least looks anything similar to them. And they
Have
will
you
take
ever
those risks
seen
that other people won't take.
Goodfellas?
Other people in other teams try to be way too perfect in the matches. Optic plays it like it's a storm. There's no pressure on these matches, and that's why they're winning on LAN, online,
Dog?
because they're doing those plays consistently,
Yeah,
and
I've
they have
seen
the
it.
most repetitions doing it.
Remember the scene where there's a guy singing on stage and they're at the
the
club
know what to do
thing?
anymore when it gets to the big stage.
They also know when to do it, dude. Right?
That's
Which I think
that
is a
guy.
big thing. Like, they know when to make that play and when they have the green light. You can go crazy, you can go nuts, you can do something flash, you can go three pieces. Right? Sometimes teams try to do too much, right? When they just need to kind of hit the brakes, play tight, or do something as a team and just fall over the place, right? They don't know. They don't have those different gears that some of these other teams have, especially out right now, right? Like, it's different. That's the difference right now. But any other final thoughts on the series? I know we got sidetracked a little bit, but any final thoughts, Carolina?
Not by Raven Stars. Not by Delta. That shit's going bankrupt.
Absolutely.
Don't hit me up when you don't got a crib, Bill. I can't save you.
Then we got the next series of the day. We got Toronto Koi going up against Vancouver Surge. Toronto Koi with a 3-1 victory over Vancouver. We start things off on a Colossus Hardpoint where Toronto come out and win 250 to 196. Then we got an exposure S&D where Vancouver get one map on the board, 6-4 in that one. And we go into an exposure overload, Toronto Koi 6-3. And then we got a Scar Hardpoint, which was a close one. It was a 15-point game, 250 to 235. Toronto Koi get the 3-1 victory. We'll scroll down, take a look at the stat sheet. You got a .96 from Capsule, a .94 from Gwyn, a 1.01 from Lunars, and a .84 from TJ Haley. On the other side, you got a .92 from Kleenex, a .86 from Insight, a 1.15 from Kips, and a 1.36 from Joe Deceives with 121 kills in the lobby. The next closest was Kips at 98, but most people are around the 80s here. Joe Deceives had a crazy series. I'm going to scroll down to go look at the match MVP. It's going to be Joe D. Doesn't surprise me, with a 1.44 in Hardpoint, a 0.75 in Search, and a 1.36 in Overload. Fantastic plays coming from Joe Deceives. Dylan, we'll start with you. We'll work our way down. What do you think of the series, Dill? What do you think of Toronto here today?
Honestly, with Toronto, I mean, Joe did the thing. Joe did what Joe had to do. Drop a 1.3 with an insane amount of damage to win, and that's Toronto's win con. This won't happen versus like the top or even the other mid-pack teams very often, but it's Surge. Surge did put up a good fight, so a little bit of respect to them. But Toronto's still one piece away from being like a team that could potentially be in the top 2, top 3 consistently. And Joe, I mean, we all know how good Joe is. I was fucking saying it last night. Joe, make the call, do your thing. You got a couple more months in Toronto, and then you're out. So you might as well just try to hack a punch your team. And they're just not doing it. But like, they're only gonna go so far. But I really like the addition of Kips. Kips has been absolutely shooting. He does damage too. That's the thing. He does damage, makes good plays, and he's ready out there for that team. And I feel like
Yeah, I mean, Ben, what are you? I was talking about this in watch for a little bit, and I was talking to Donnie. I know we'll probably get Donnie maybe tomorrow, but they pick up Capsule. I'm thinking it's going to be a game changer for them, but I'm still worried about this team. And even with Capsule, they're still losing, right? They're still not finding that success. And what do you think it is, Ben? Do you think they got to make another change here, or what?
Well, I think they're only like wall heading better with that. And it's a big issue because they had a chance in this series. Right?
I mean, Capsule was doing everything he possibly could out there. Look at these overload stats.
Yes, I see it, but the overall ball is still not.
Just for audio listeners, Capsule at a 1.5 in a map 3. The rest of his team at a 0.6, a 0.81, and a 0.91. I mean, that is... It's not good. Go ahead, AJ.
I mean, they struggled before Cap. They've added Cap, and it hasn't improved in terms of other players, especially in that game mode. Look, I know Toronto's also a good overload team still in the season, so... But the sample size is on Cap. I think what they had one back to the series with Cap, and I think
is shocking how bad teams are. So
Wait, that 2v4 today?
yeah, I'll pull that up when we get it out now. I written it down. Sam, what you think? What you think of the series? Toronto boy, we get a 3-1 victory over Vancouver. Vancouver continues to struggle, even with bringing Capsule into the lineup. Man, what do you think is going on here?
I don't know what's more typical, Joe's KD or Kip's having more damage than he did. Kip's is phenomenal, bro. I actually just want to glaze Kip's. Truthfully, that guy's disgusting. I think like of all of the attributes that I've seen from him so far, his ability to play his life is really fucking good, dude. And he's fast. So I think this was a great pickup for Toronto. I agree with Dill. I think they're one piece away still. On the side of Vancouver, someone's got to be a shit team, and it's Vancouver, bro. It just is what it is, man. I think they're just going to be a continuing rotating door of team changes all year, and they're probably going to be near the bottom all year. Like, it's just somebody's got to do it, and unfortunately, I think it's them. They're just an underwhelming team. I know there's some individual performances, like Gwyn the other day. Lunar's played well. Like, there's going to be pop-offs here and there, but as an overall theme for their team, someone's got to do it, bro, and unfortunately, it's them.
Well, what do you guys think the problem is? I mean, you guys are liking Capsule's game. You guys said Lunar's been playing well. I mean, Nub, what do you think is going on with Vancouver? You think they got to make more changes? I mean,
they're a lost
you can't
cause.
Quit, right? You can't just quit.
No, you can. No, they probably should. Bro, it doesn't matter. Like, there's some teams where you can make a one-player change and you can see a drastic improvement. They just, as a whole, like, there's nothing wrong with Capsule. Well, I don't even think any of them are necessarily bad individually. But I don't even think like swapping TJ out or swapping Gwyn out. Lunar's has probably been their best or most consistent player, I'd say, individually. So you wouldn't swap him out, but like you're not really gonna make any movement in the league. It's like Sam said, there's just gonna be shit teams. Vancouver's gonna be one unless they figure out how to basically copy the teams that are playing well and figure it out from like a foundational level.
Yeah.
Because they're just one of those teams that just looks like it's just 4 individual players running around. If they get the kills, great. They may win. They may win a map. It may be competitive. Like this series was competitive. They didn't win, but at least they were competitive. I don't think them doing these one-man rosters is going to change anything. But I don't even want to waste time talking about them. They suck. I want to talk about Jones, top 3 player in the game. He had a little bit of a slump, but he's been unbelievable.
Is he back, Nub? Is he back?
I mean, bro, he's got. I looked it up just because I was curious, because I know every time I watch it, he's just frying. Bro, he's 3rd overall KD, 7th overall hardpoint KD, 17th in S&D, whatever, number 1 in Overload. Oh, he's like got one of the highest Slayer ratings. Like, it doesn't matter. He's just disgusting. I'm glad he got help with Kips, but he is good enough to win a major this year. Like,
his team is not, though.
Well, then going to my next point, I hate to be the dead horse because I do love the guy. Play Counter-Strike with him. He had a great career. I said this how many weeks ago, though? Insight's gotta go. We bring QK. They need to get QK. Don't let him go to the Falcons in case the Falcons, you know what I mean, start falling off, and then they start thinking, you snatch him up. And I think this is a top 3 team, hands down, for the remainder of the year.
QK could be a game changer. He could be a game changer for them.
It would have great base.
And Kips may be my rookie of the year. He is on my fantasy team, you know, W. Roseman.
I think by the end of the year, I could see that.
Yeah, I can't give it to him yet because Trace has played more games, but Kips has been phenomenal as well. So he's definitely helped the team out. I just think, and I hate to say it, but I think if Insight was gone for QK, bro, this team would actually be filthy.
I will say, though, they got to fix their S&D, bro. Toronto's got to fix their surge. And speaking of the surge, some clips for you guys. I mean, this was a retake for Toronto Koi, right? Vancouver get the bomb down on B over here on exposure. And Vancouver, I mean, there's nowhere to go on this B site. I just hated what Toronto did here. They 4-stacked ramp and just left Bauk wide open. Like, why not just send 2 ramp, 2 Bauk, and just kind of like pinch this out? Especially because Capsule was standing right by he was under the Bauk, and look, he gets lit up here. He's 17 HP right under Bauk, and nobody pushes out Bauk to get that trade. Like, it just seemed like kind of scared to me, or they're just like overthinking it. Right? Like, this was crazy. Like,
They're 100%
See,
overthinking it.
I think that is a little hindsight,
Nah, this is definitely not hindsight.
No,
This
no,
is
no,
definitely
no,
not
no.
hindsight, bro.
Let me rephrase.
Okay.
I don't think they needed to necessarily have someone push the balk, what you were saying. I don't know who it was exactly. I'm assuming it was probably, yeah, of course, it was Insight. I think he could have held and play for that push. Like I don't think he should have. Like I don't think he should have pushed out, but I think he should have just held it, trusted his teammates, and it would have been a free round.
You guys don't think somebody should chow Valk? I mean,
Well,
bro, you
the thing is,
slide the
like-
corner, you look at top solar. If nobody's top solar, you just look like as your teammates are hitting the bomb, just look down, like shoot over.
I mean,
them.
you could just be a free death though. You could just get picked.
Nah, and it's a lot easier to watch one lane with 4 guys or just in one lane than it is, oh shit, now we got to snap and look at this guy Balk, and now they're coming from ramp, they're coming from Balk. Like it fucks everything up, right? Like it's a lot harder to hold multiple areas than just to look at one lane, just to look at one
Without
area.
a doubt, though, it should have been held. You can't allow the whole team to get flanked. You're right with that. I don't know why he decided to give it up. But you know.
Yeah, this was simple, bro. All he has to do is hold Balk. When after his team chows, then he chows Balk. He would have killed Cap hopping up. They don't get traded by Cap. They win the round.
Yeah,
it was just a mess.
That was like the situationals that I just feel like Toronto sometimes, like they lose their heads a little bit. Right, that was one situation, and then this is the next situation where we talk about who just works. Right, like Toronto, 4 v2 situation. Vancouver got the bomb down over at A on exposure, and you can see kind of what happens next. Brittany, I don't know how Lunar is dead here. One shot on the black box, he hits your mid. Joe D, love Joe to seize. I don't know why he was standing on top of the box.
What was he looking at?
Yeah, I don't know why he was on top of the box. I don't really know what was going on there. But Joe, he kind of gets caught out here. And then Jamie Insight decides to jump up on the fucking box. So why is everybody jumping up on a wide out in the open like that? Definitely a misplay. I think they should have went to around 11. You can't lose a 4v2 retake like this, especially if 2 guys are in the middle of the map and 1 guy's one shot. This just can't happen.
Yeah, they just have to wait for each other a little bit. Like if Joe just gets on behind the box, not on top of it, and just pre-aim something, lets Kips work the other side, wait for Insight to get into play, they easily would have retook it. But like they just went a little too quick by themselves, and they all were just looking at walls. Yeah, exactly.
Joe was shooting teams. I don't know why he was setting up on cross though.
Yeah, I think we had that.
Yeah, he was shooting a Tej, but I don't know why he was shooting a Tej from on top of the box. But
well, it was great plays though from Lunars. Lunars made a great play this round, getting one, sliding out, then he slides onto the bomb, finds Joe, and then obviously he just goes to that one too. He's got to show him some love. It was good plays from them. But yeah, obviously that should have went to around 11. I think Toronto looking at that one back is probably kicking themselves a little bit. Probably could have maybe been a 3-0 here. But then we get into the very end of the hard point. Again, another grueler on Scar. Something about this map where it just always comes down to the wire. It comes down to these P3 over on the play side of the map. But it starts Joe actually working a pitch here, getting into their green.
back it up.
Yeah, I do have to back it up. You're right. Let's back up the rotation because Sam, I actually wrote it down in my notes. Ask Sam about the ending of this game. Sam,
So this arrow off of this hill is what I was focused on in the moment. I don't know if it's like a comms breakdown kind of thing, but Cap's arrow based on where Gwyn is fucking crazy. So P2 is still going, obviously. Gwyn is hard blocking green at this point, so Cap needs to know that they're spawning around. And I don't know why either Gwyn is not common or Cap is blacking out. Based on the map, I think Gwyn also made a mistake going back green instead of trying to hunt for Joe. He kind of makes the map green weird. And just like dropping on both sides, walking the fuck, like him going back green here, I think is kind of cool. I think he plays towards the time, blocks his respawners, forces them through, and like makes Joe make a play. Instead, he just gets all this weird timing, spawns from the side, Cap doesn't do it, and then the map just breaks down.
God, this was bad.
I think he doubles mid-cut with Tej and then plays off of the info that him and Tej get together instead of giving Joe all these weird green timings. And then also the respawn, again, Cap looks like he has no idea.
Yeah,
that's why.
blocking blue and forcing them green, why would you start running at green, right? Like, why would blue start running at the spawn? Now, what they've done, now you're blocking green spawn, and now you're flipping them onto Capital. But it didn't even look like Capital was playing for a flop. So, like, when they get these kills, again, like, this is the difference, right? Like, this team isn't coordinated. Like, they're not on the same page.
No
right?
protocols. Or the bed.
No protocols, no system. Like, you have
I'll-
3-4 dead. What you got to do is pick a side and play from that side and force them to one way, because that simplifies the game, right? But instead, they're splitting them all over the map. They did the hard part. They got the kills. But then after you get the kills, you just got to force them one way, and they just looked like they weren't communicating there, or they just got caught in the moment. But go ahead, Ben.
There's one of those situations I agree with Sam. I'd love to know what the comms were like at the end of that P2. Like, were they actually calling out to each other? Were they fucking freaking out and not talking? Like, I would love to know if this was all that they turned it and they fucked it up, or they were just saying nothing and they didn't actually out.
I think Borny did 5 seconds to win, and they got 3 kills on rotation, and they just all thought in their head, oh my god, rotate to me. And then none of them actually thought about people who are on the match state, and that looked like they were doing. That's right.
You don't even need to have, like, man, I really think it's one of those. But I'm getting live with this These teams just playing this map enough to where whatever their ideology is, so be it, right? Because Jim, they could have done what you said, or if they wanted to block green or force the blue spawn, whatever. I don't even care about spawn, right? That should be muscle memory. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a 245, 228 game, it doesn't matter if it's a 60-60 game. Yo, on rotation, this is what we want to do. Everybody should know that. That's what makes, that's the separator from the great team, the teams that know what they're doing, right? So they have a game plan. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's not going to work 100% of the time, no matter what it is. But at least every player is on the same page. Well, they're probably just calming like, Jodeci, like everyone's clapping out. That's what they're going to do. And it's a lot of players who and unfortunately, I don't want to put blame on Capital, but some of them are reactionary.
I think everybody was all the other teams. Other teams, the only person over that day. I think he was really the only person in this situation. I think Win and Pat both laughed the fuck out.
You said top of the note, because Cap runs to the hill, and then tries to back up to blue, where it's too, like, there's no protocol. So they're playing a free throw. It's a free throw.
And I wanna add to what you said, because I actually was talking about this with Sally 2 days ago, because I was showing Millie a listening from us in AW on Upload. It was what was this one? I'll come back up. Best match. Right? And in the listening, Millie was like, when you guys got killed, we weren't even coordinating where to go. And I was like, Millie, that's because we practice and we watch box and we know where we need to go. We don't need to come where we're going at the beginning, because we already know where we're going when we need to go. And if somebody's not going where they need to go, they're gonna get cooked. That's what has happened. We've talked about it a million fucking times. That is why you watch box. Right? So when Millie said that, I was like, ah man, it pissed me off even more, because right before that, 5 minutes before he said that, I asked them if they watched VOD at all, and they said they haven't watched VOD since then.
It's because nowadays, I mean, people did it back then. I'm not going to sugarcoat and say they did it. But I guarantee you, whether or not they can come on the flight time and say I'm a liar, they're practicing to win the series. They're not actually going into practice versus team like, yo, we're struggling on this hill, on this map. Let's try to figure out how we can perfect this. They just want to win the match. Necessary. Sometimes they don't win the match, but people work some of the other team. They don't even know how to practice correctly.
Bro,
They just want to get the series win match.
How do teams think they're a map and they don't even talk about it? They're up to one map. I love them. Go on. All of them. They see victory and they're like, God.
Like, yo, maybe let's go back and see when he fucked up and then figure out how we want to play that. They don't know.
You guys know that stop start between which is a real. I'm getting some fucking bullshit like corporate stuff, but you guys understand the concept of start stop.
Protocols
continue,
and stop start continue.
No,
I actually don't.
Well,
I've never, yeah.
What
Never
like
had a job.
a good way if
You
you're in
never had a
any
job at all, so-
organization. No. I'm a spitball. There's a corporate thing that also really applies to like COD too. It's a really good way to understand like what do we want to start doing as an organization or as a team, what do we want to stop doing as a team, and what do we want to continue doing. And I think to your point, Nub, people don't reflect correctly on those three things after maps. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we just won the map. But why did we win the map? Right? We win it because we keep doing this thing. We keep playing
Dylan dropped
this way.
50,
Let's
Ben, that's
keep
why.
continue doing that. Do we need to start doing something to play more efficient? Great. Do we need to stop doing this thing because we keep getting only 10 seconds on P2? Like not following a like really structured process of getting better
Ben's
in
right.
organized fashion is probably why a lot of these teams are fucking up.
Yeah, I think we're all agreeing. We're on the same page here. Any other final thoughts, guys, on the series with
That's
Toronto
it, Tom.
and Vancouver?
Jodeci's the best.
Absolutely, fuck yourself. Let's go to the next one. We got the LA Thieves going up against Cloud9 New York. This one ended in a 3-1 victory for LA Thieves. We start things off on a Colossus Heart Point where LA Thieves win 250 to 95 on a Colossus Heart Point. Then we get into a Scar S&D. Cloud9 with a win here, 6-4 in the S&D. Then we got a Scar Overload. LA Thieves win 5-3 in the Overload. And then back to a Scar Heart Point, which I think we all can agree Cloud9 just so bad right now in Heart Point. That game was killing them 250 to 108 in that one. We'll take a look at the stat sheet. Oh, man, I hate to do it to the fellow stallions. But it's a red carpet. You got a .82 from Oka, a .81 from Nezra, a .9 from Hyde, and a .98 from Encourage. On the other side, you got a .98 from Abizi, a .96 from Neum. We have a 1.22 from Hydra and a 1.44 from Scrappy today. He had an insane series. Of course, Scrap is going to be the MVP here. It is one, a 1.4 hardcore, a .63 in Search, and 1.81 in Overload. Scrappy having a phenomenal series. Sam, we'll go to you. DD boys. So we'll start with you, Sam. They come out. They get a good W here today. A little shaky in the S&Ds. What are your thoughts, Sam? What's going on here?
Scrap and Hydra are professional noob stompers, so that was fun. The Search, I don't like the way we're approaching S&D, man. I've watched every Thief series, and they look like they're not the people that are on my team. Like, they look like they're not Scrap, Hydra, and Abizi, bro. They're playing S&D like every round they're gonna die to whoever they get into a gunfight with. And it's like, if you watch this specific map, the first 5 rounds versus the last 6 rounds or 5 rounds, whatever, it's the first 5 rounds, they start putting themselves ready to see 9 make plays, and in the last 5 rounds, they start fucking running things down and taking steps in the gunfight, and it's not many ass at the end of the game. But like, they're playing S&D with almost 0 fucking confidence. I'm like, we are some of the greatest players that this league has to offer, and we are playing like absolute pussies in S&D. And I just don't understand why. We have the best God, literally of all time by a fucking mile, and he is watching in some of these rounds. Like, Paco has unreal guns, Scrap has unreal guns there, and we're playing like we're scared of C9, bro. I could not believe what I was watching. The other maps are whatever, that's but Search has been a problem for this entire season so far, in terms of consistency, and I think that is really I just don't think that we're respecting teams genuinely. It actually looks like they are scared of them. They're not fucking playing.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. You almost think that they were playing scared or overthinking. Once they start hitting shit, Sam, yeah, it was so much better.
Night and day.
Yeah.
It's night and day.
No, it actually was. It definitely was. I mean, Dill, we'll go to you, and then we'll work our way down. But, Dill, what'd you think of the series?
I mean, it's just unfortunate for Cloud9 that isn't Search and Destroy and Overload only in series because their hardpoint is diabolical. They just look so far behind in hardpoint every single thing they're playing. But they actually put up fights and they run out of coaches and then they face everyone. So they kind of figured out their game mode. But hardpoint is just like not really good for them. So much. They did a couple wins, but I still think I mean it's good that they're getting more reps in the league, but I still think you can like add a couple more people to Cloud9 and actually become a little bit better because like they're just So it is weird. Not very impressive, especially in the face and overload.
Ian, we'll go to you next. What you think? What do you think of the series?
Absolutely. Move on from Cloud9. They're a staircase away from competing really. On the side of LAT, man, I'm obviously harder on LAT than any other team. No Diddy. But I just want more from them. Like, obviously, we knew that they were going to win this series. And speaking on some of the players, on one hand, I like tip Abe. I tip Abizi because he's teaming with a different group of players, right? And it seems like he's been kind of this whole season, in general, and S&D, kind of switching up his play style, right? Taking that back a little bit from how he was able to play. But on the other hand, I know he's been doing for years. He used to be dead taxing at the end of the year, far and away number one. I think he's like 30th in the league in first run right now. And I don't want to say he's impressed, but I just feel like he's really trying to change his play style to help the Braves with the team. But it's actually very low key. And I don't know, they're working on it. They're like, I think they're improving. But this team could easily be where Optus at, in my opinion. They have all the talent in the world on paper. They just can't seem to figure it out yet. Hopefully they do soon.
Yeah, there's a reason for this, Nub, and I'm just gonna rip the Band-Aid off. This is now like team number 3. It's very difficult to adjust to Marco's play style. I just don't think he's going to be willing to change the way they do the play to your point. Something like the other thing.
You're blaming Pocket.
Well, I'm not necessarily. I'm just saying that whether it's because other don't want to tell him what to do, he doesn't. We don't know what he's doing. He's down for a reason. It kind of definitely seems like I think this is discussed on the show a couple of times. There's the perfect team this year, but there's also some plays that he makes that I think are kind of helpful. But again, I just think you're kind of, I don't think necessarily that like Connor's actually not that awful as far as that hitting what he's doing right now. Isn't it the team, to Sam's point, they just kind of play like wussies. And I think some of it may be a product of the match they play, right? They played on the season. They have not really played a lot of, they played a lot of down. They played a lot of explosive, and they played a lot of Scar. They've only played Raid twice, and they haven't played Colossus. Actually, they've actually played these Colossus.
Where he put a montage on us.
But they suck at Colossus. And like, I just think that like they keep playing these slower S&D maps, and they don't have an aggressive style to play on these slower S&D maps.
Bro, if you took the names away from the Codcaster and you put Falcons S&D, Toronto S&D, and Thieves S&D, I could not differentiate what is what. None of them. None of them snipe. Very rarely. None of them shoot snipers. Very rarely. They don't play club ball, and they don't hit anything. All of them are the same.
I want Abizi to do what he's been doing for the last decade. I don't care who on the team. I don't care. It's hard to work with this guy to play around him. Ben, you could be right. Why am I picking up Abizi to play like Insight? Doesn't make sense. He's arguably the greatest hyper-aggressive sub of all time.
Can you make sure that goes outside?
Why is he not playing like that? Now, I don't know the answer, but I know there's no shot he fell off the cliff. And you know me, I know he's not just his own head, there's no thing. And if he is, then, I'll fix it. But, I feel like Abizi is so nasty. And it's not like he's ass by any means. It's not. I just feel like this sudden complete 180 in play style in Respawn's and SND is mind-blowing to me.
Can I glass half full this real quick? We
But
talked a lot about
before you go, I just
Go
want to
ahead.
make it very clear. I'm not saying that LAT Strongest are on Abizi either. I would just love to see him play like the Abizi that we all have seen for God knows how long.
Let me give some Thieves Copium. We were very critical of their hardpoint game in stage 1. They've seemed to improve their hardpoint this stage. Like, as you guys know, much of the this is massively improving over the
Fuck my
So,
life.
like, I think Thieves will start to shift. The more focus is trying to figure out this ball they got from the I mean, I think they're good. Like, they got time to figure out the overall game, but at the same time, you gotta get a
What is it?
I mean, this stage in Hearthstone, third overall, all the numbers are pretty good.
What? You have
numbers? They put everything. There's no map they put more than 3.
What's their win mark on Blackheart and Flosses?
1-1 on Blackheart, 2 on Flosses, 1-2 on 3 on Exploded, 3 on Exploded.
And is there what they beat on Flosses and Blackheart? Up to Siege.
Boston, Toronto, Boston on Blackheart. They lost to Cage Vegas on Blackheart. Boston on Blackheart. They beat Miami on Explosion. They beat Miami. So, like, again, you're not going to lose, but you're going to lose. You still have to we still have to if you just win, like, you get to that position where he wins the match over the you got to be able to take this match. I got the match. He's one good. I get me close. It's a bit of field point. So, however you got that match, you're going to be the fucking diligent. And it's like a round. This will be a scary thing. It's starting to get
Hop on the super soldier serum dog if your body's gonna be doing that.
Look at this.
Like forget he was there on the play.
I don't know.
Know what I'm saying, dog?
Look at this. This should have been a tie game right here. They can't let a BG do this. This should have been a tie game. But they let it go away. They had him right where they wanted him. They had him right where they. This goes last match. This is done. So right here, Dylan. Right here, when he got his name. Right here? No.
Why didn't he just burger sprint at him? Like, why didn't he like get ready for another round?
You're talking about this guy. When he was behind the truck with him. Yeah, I think he tried to push him because he was one shot, but he didn't, maybe he didn't expect to reach out, but they only reach out.
I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I think it's kind of like we didn't even know the mix to it. Did we wait for high to get top low and try and be a fucking
I also agree with that too, man. Encourage could have maybe slowed down and waited for Hyde and these guys to get these kills, but Encourage did slow down to the middle. I mean, bro, the device is really good position here, bro. Now, I'm thinking Hyde is just jumping out this window with a maniac. But he picked up an AR, and then Abizi got the kill, and it was good both of these.
It's all reactionary though, Tom. They're all reactionary.
tomorrow show, man. It's is what it is, I guess.
Benja's fighting for a spot right now.
Find a parking lot.
Benja's fighting for a
This is
spot.
one of the best Benja episodes in years.
Is that why you're going? Wait, hold on. Is that why you're going hard as fuck? Cause I.
Find a parking lot.
I don't know, man. Is that why? Is that why?
Protocols.
Nah, get the fuck out of here.
Because I gotta do this more
There's
often.
literally not a parking lot in this game.
Everybody in the chat get paid.
Mate, okay, there's a parking lot, but it's fucking shitty. It's small. And there's no fucking. There's literally literally nothing.
My services.
It's a
Any-
piece of
Says there's
shit.
no parking lots, then it
Yeah, it's
says
crazy, bro.
immediately
Any other
after
final
there's a
thoughts,
parking
guys, of the
lot.
series?
Nice.
Thieves and Cloud9?
Cloud9 could have won it, Tom.
They could have won it. Ian, they could have won it. If that's
You
going
like
fine, it's
contradicting
done,
yourself,
guys.
huh?
It's done. LA Thieves are going down, bro. I'm
I
telling
think
you.
it's a good fucking character
Let's
trait.
look at the last
It's a
series of
piece
the
of
day.
shit.
We got the Paris Genomates going up against the Boston Breach. We got Genomates winning this one 3-1, but man, this first map was close.
I
We
want
got
one of those
Colossus
parking
Hardpoint. That one was
towers that
250
has
to
like the
246
spiral
in favor
going
of
up.
the Genomates. Goes all the way down to the wire. Then we got a
You just
Scar
drift
S&D. Genomates win 6-4.
all the way
And
down.
then
Well,
overload. Boston get a map
that
by 4,
is
4-2 in that
a
one.
thing from
And then a
Japan.
dead Hardpoint where
The Japanese
Genomates
parking
close out.
garages
Dan Ghost
have,
must have had a
so
nuke. 250 to
that should be in the
176
game.
in the
I
dead
wouldn't be
Hardpoint.
surprised.
Let's go down to
I
the
wouldn't be
stat sheet.
surprised if
Only
it
one
wasn't,
positive
but
for
I
Boston Breach
wouldn't
is
be
Spark with
surprised
a
if it was either.
1.01. You had a 0.81 from Snoopy, a 0.98
Wouldn't
from
be
Purge,
surprised if
and a
it wasn't.
0.9 from Nasty on the other side.
Well, yeah,
and a
'cause
0.84 from Civ, a 0.99
A fucking
from
game
Benji,
developer is not going to put
1.56
everything in the game that you
from
feel like
Dan
should
Ghost,
be.
1.06
For whatever
from Dylan
reason.
Onboy.
I don't know,
Dylan
dude. I
Onboy
feel
went
like
positive
that
today, and he played
should be
phenomenal. We gotta
pretty
give him
high
his
up on the
props.
list.
Let's go down, take a look here. Mount
For
Noah, Max
fucking
MVP. Mount first gonna be
Japan,
Dan Ghosty. Obviously, Dan
fucking
Ghosty had the
Tokyo
most
game or
damage in the
whatever.
lobby at 1.56.
Yeah, I feel like you have to have one of those for like a car meet
Sam, we'll start with
in
you.
Tokyo.
We'll work our way around. What'd you think, Sam? What'd you think? Genomates versus Boston. It was a little close. First map was close. It was back and forth, but
Dante won the map. Shout out Dante for that P3 play.
Yeah, he did.
Dan Ghost, he had his meet out, all 3 modes. Fucking absolutely fantastic series from Dan today. Boston, I need Purge or Snoopy off one or the other. I don't care for the coin. Fucking make him joust.
Let's get a
Number
two-piece.
game.
Bro, did we watch
Both
this
of them.
series? Oh, yo, Purge was doing his thing.
Did you watch the SD?
I'm just gonna pull up this play right now. This guy, I don't care how much you figure it out. I don't care. This play, Dylan, you gotta explain to me what Purge is thinking here. You gotta explain to me what Purge is thinking. 3v4 situation for Boston. They're down a man. They get the bomb down A on Scar. I'm gonna play this out. After the bomb goes down, Purge runs at him, crosses the semi, and just runs them out. And gets blown.
Tell me what you think about this this training schedule. So this is what I've been doing the past couple of weeks.
Where is he
So
going?
day one, let's just say that's Monday. So yeah, Monday. It's back and shoulders. So, well, first I won't go into like each exercise, but I'll just I'll just tell you like what I'm doing that day. So yeah, so back and shoulders on Monday. Tuesday, legs and core. Wednesday, that's a rest day for me. I could do like less intense stuff on that day if I want, like I don't know, stretching, massage work, cardio if I can fit that in. So yeah, then Thursday, arms and chest. Friday, backs. So yeah, so Friday, back, legs, and shoulders. There are only like a couple exercises for shoulders. So yeah, that's Friday. Saturday, it's a rest day, but I do include some core exercises that day, not like very intense stuff. And then Sunday is what I call the accessory day. So that's just like anything that I want to work on that's not like a major muscle group. So like, for instance, like if I want to get in some more forearm workout or do some more like resistance band stuff, that kind of stuff. It's basically a rest day, but I'm still, you know, picking up on what I feel might be lacking. And yeah, it's just like a repetition of that every week.
You said Thursday you do chest?
Yeah, arms and chest.
What do you do for shoulders on Friday?
Friday. So, let's see. All right, so what I have, okay, so Friday, yeah, so Friday's back, legs, and shoulders. So what I do on Friday is I do front squats, I do leg extensions, I do calf raises, and I do seated lateral raises, so that's for the shoulders. upright rows. I guess that can be considered like shoulders and traps. So I guess like a bit of the upper back as well. I do shrugs with a barbell, and then I do T-bar row. So really, like, it's very light on shoulders, mainly like just like not even like really anything specifically heavy on the shoulders, but yeah. I do
Yeah.
like the heavier stuff on Monday.
Yeah, all I was gonna say is, if you do shoulders on Thursday, Friday, the day after chest, it has to be something that doesn't involve the triceps or over the head stuff, I guess. But I guess if you're doing lateral raises, then it doesn't matter. So you do biceps when you do triceps as well?
Yeah. So I think I only really have one dedicated arm day because with the other movements, you obviously work your triceps and your biceps, so you're already kind of doubling up on it. But
so wait, when do you do
Thursday,
back stuff?
So I do back on Monday and Friday.
You don't find that your biceps are a little tired on Friday if you do bicep stuff on Thursday?
No, not really, no. Like I don't do, so like all I do for biceps is basically just two exercises. So just on Thursday, I just do a basic barbell curl, 3 sets, and then I also do a seated dumbbell curl, 3 sets. And that's pretty much it for biceps. And like on Friday, I'm not really using my biceps except for the T-bar row. Like that's the only thing that my biceps really get used in. But yeah, like it works out well.
Bro,
that's actually
bro,
one
this
of the
is
worst
actually
plays ever.
winnable, and you said this to around 11. Like
actually
this
one of
is
the worst
winnable,
plays
bro.
ever.
Like where is he going? Like look where.
I don't fucking know. That was bad. Okay, that was bad.
Bro, this one right here.
This motherfucker gotta go.
Bro,
I don't
even
care which one.
at this moment, what is he thinking? Look at the way he's challenged. Look at the way he's looking. He's looking at their spawn.
Two-piece nade. Street, double street.
What is
I don't
he?
give a fuck.
Like right here, like bro, this is one of the things that, like, bro, if I was playing, like I would be sure.
That was this episode. Bring up that episode.
Good, because you have the incline bench. And, like, I know, like, your fucking your traps and, like, just like your upper back region is fucked.
100%.
You should do,
This play was
you should
crazy.
try to do,
Obviously, the
rear
1v1,
delt
he
flies
overchowed and he missed
on the
some
incline
shots.
bench.
That's whatever. Again,
However
even
small
in
the
the
weight
1v1
is,
though,
just
like,
do a
bro,
shit ton of
when you get
reps.
bombed down, like the guy has to push you.
Well,
like,
even the thing about that, leaning,
being confident.
like having my weight on the bench,
He's gonna take those shots.
Wait, what was it?
like that.
It'll mainly be on your chest.
I
Like,
know,
when I
but
do it, it's mainly just on my chest.
but the thing about that is,
like, bro, like even right here,
in that position, my back has shifted before.
Like, don't overcomplicate it. Or just
While
hit the
I've
bottom of
since
the
I've
stairs,
had
throw
the
some
bench.
shimmies, like just keep info on him, like make him push you, and then while he's
So
running at you, like
that's
just
kind of one
freebie.
thing that I
When he
wouldn't
jumps
really
out
do
like a
right now.
maniac.
Yeah, if you're gonna take a dog shit,
Like if
you
I have
gotta
my
be
weight on
absolute
something,
looter, man. You just gun
and
it
then
down.
randomly the weight
that
shifts, or like my a muscle, let's say my even erector spinae, since they're involuntary muscles.
Yeah, he took a dribble too. That's the worst shit. Dribble,
Ian, what'd you think of the series? Ian,
If
what'd
it
you think?
contracts, that could fuck me up.
I agree with Sam.
Like if when I don't want it to, that could fuck me up. And then I won't be able to move until I put it back into place.
Or not Snoopy, sorry. Nasty and Spark. On the side of Gentlemates,
If I was gonna do a rear delt, I'd probably just do single arm, and I would just do it
but they were really competitive versus Optic,
upright against something,
and they
putting
come out here,
my
they handle
arm,
business,
like my
good
elbow
series
on
from
the
whole team, really. I know Sid
on
obviously
something,
24, but
just so I
doing his
can.
thing as normal damage. Envoy had a good series.
So I have to fully brace my core, and there's no expectation that I'll have weight taken off.
But I think it was Sam said it best. Dante made a
Let's take a look at it.
super important play on the map 1. I also loved what Gentlemates did at the end of map 1, just flooding the side door. I'm sure you'll have the clips, so pull the clips
Yeah,
up.
I got it up right now.
Shout out Dante for this pinch right here, bro. Want to see him again.
Yeah, this was a great play. He guns the guy top middle on a Colossus. We're on a P3 Colossus right now. Dante, he goes for a pinch mid, wins the fight, and I just think it's also him just buying time on the pinch. He wins another gunfight, spawns him, flips the spawns, and then Gentlemates are able to get into this hard point. So not only do they get in this 25 here, which can ultimately lead to them winning the game, but they also have the new spawns as well for the next hard point. So if it does go to the next one, they're set up pretty good here. They're on the better side. And that's actually what happened. Like, Boston actually gets a clean wave here and gets into this hard point. They actually win here as well. And then the splits come in. I don't know if Boston was... We were trying to read the splits, but not really much you could do here for Boston when the splits come in.
How many kills? They got 3 kills, and these didn't
have to push the
guy.
last guy.
Yeah, wait, hold on. No, this is a bad play. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just push the fucking last.
Kill this guy.
You're talking about
Fly
Dante.
at this last
Like,
guy.
Dante needs to be flown at here, and they need to flip.
Yeah, they did kill the last guy. To be fair, Dante spawned up, and maybe that's why they fucking tweak.
Yeah, but they should be pushing here. Maybe because no, you want to know what it is? They win here, so they're just playing tight, trying to win.
Yeah, but they should take
That's
their
such a dog
side of the
shit.
boat. They just got 3 down. They should push that side out and guarantee the flip to blue, so then they have their side of the hill.
I agree with you, Dill. I just think in the moment that just didn't fucking click, I guess.
Yeah.
There's also a
got 3
very
down, bro.
like,
Kill the last guy. Get on
bro,
the
this
other
is
side.
like
It's
old.
GG.
Not to cut you off. This is like old Gentlemates-esque. The way they played this ending rotation here that Ian brought up. I don't know if it was like on purpose or if it was like head back, end of the game. We all gotta go. But like their awareness to leave Purge in the back, bang side door to get to time, kill
You
the
asked if
spawner
I
that
do
they knew
them?
was coming front, and then kill Purge last. Was
Yeah.
like old Gentlemates shit from.
Well,
Stage
right now I
one
ain't
that I
doing
haven't seen
anything
in,
with
like, 7
triceps.
series. So I do think they're getting
because of
better.
my shoulder.
Yeah, I'll give the benefit of the doubt. They are getting better, but
Even like a
we didn't
kickback,
watch,
though?
Obviously, the majority of this map, bro, they got broke through the front damn near every fucking kill. That's why this match was.
Dude, like
there
it's
were no rounds taken by Boston. They just played this shit as straight up as you possibly could, and they, quite frankly, were getting fucking gunned through the front of.
You know what the
damn
kickback
near
is,
every
right?
hill. That's
yeah,
why
where
this
you
game
like
is close.
where you lean forward and then.
I do think they've looked
Yeah,
better. They took
yeah,
out
you already know,
round
yeah.
11, you know, they got to win
So
today.
that causes
don't see
issues,
the
too.
fucking C9 in Vancouver anymore. I respect
Dude,
that.
everything, like the only thing I've done with arms that hasn't is probably
For the major
bicep
one
curls.
champs, they just don't look like major one champs right now, right? Like they just they look off.
They lost a little bit of step.
Yeah.
And just talking about that last play, by the way, great heads up play out of Gentlemates. And I hate to really
Like to put it in perspective, the exercises that I need to do for my back
where
So like the core stuff and all that shit.
Just in general, it's like, okay, yeah, we want
Just
hold it back,
being
like
on the
where Purge
ground
is
and
at.
having to get
That's
up.
like just a general philosophy.
I don't.
Can't take it that
There aren't
literal.
many ways to
Like,
get
in
up
this specific situation,
that don't require me to
can't
or
go around
you
the
or
back.
anyone to use the muscle that hurts
Like, you know what I mean? They
in the way
can't.
that
So,
hurts
yeah,
it.
you're fundamentally playing correct.
It's fucking retarded. I
If
hate
they
it.
do that, the game's over.
They should probably collapse on hill here.
Be careful though. If you make fun of Purge on this show, you're gonna get called the R word.
No, I'm good because you cursed it. You cursed that motherfucker.
Talk about Purge.
I mean, what's he gonna? If I respond, I'm the bad guy. You know what I mean? There's accolades, but like you just can't. And I'm not blaming him, but that I would have loved.
Like
to
the way that I have,
see
like
him not
after
play,
I shower,
I guess the quote unquote.
if I don't have a
fundamental-
sheet on my bed, I'll put a
fundamental
towel
route
on the
right
ground
there.
and lay down with a nice flat hard floor.
But that's I mean, you just like.
For me to get up without using my shoulder, I have to basically like get up from my back, and then somehow get my legs under me without using my
every
arms.
time, and it's like there's times where you can't do that. It just doesn't make sense. That was one of them.
He doesn't
Because
even
it's so
the
true.
guy
How to do that.
the hill. He's gotta go find fucking kills. Like
Like,
Jones
imagine,
ran through the lobby.
you know,
Like, just
when
go-
people, let's say,
like, either
have
go try and
handcuffs
kill guys
on,
directly coming off
and
the
they
field
have
or
to
try
get
and
up
help your guys flooding middle. Like
from
he picked the third
like a
option
seated position, I guess,
I tip my hat to the jump
where like their
because
legs,
they
where they have their
obviously-
legs crossed, so
banking
their
on
legs
that,
are in
you know
front of
what I
them,
mean?
and
They're
they have to
banking
get
that
them
there was
behind
gonna
them
be
somehow. That's
someone
basically
on
what it
Boston
is.
back there holding that and like trying to block the spawn.
And I have to try to do that without
it paid
using my
off.
hands
I
or my
just think
arms.
it speaks towards how
It's
y'all
fucking
did
retarded, dude.
literally
It's so
one
annoying.
play.
It's not like a. It's one of those muscles like in your neck area or
Boston
your
Girls.
shoulder that is
Yeah,
more
they're,
annoying than
It's overloaded.
than the
still.
actual pain
Just
itself,
bad.
which
God.
is it feels retarded. But if I don't get off now, I'm